adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
12:15 on a live imaging Tuesday. Here we go.
Yeah.
Guess who's back from vacation?
Oh, me.
From flexing his triceps on Instagram.
I don't even know what that means.
You did this. You put your tricep out in that picture.
I have no recollection of
I
this.
want to see the pictures where you flex something else.
Like what?
They don't exist.
His schwanz.
They don't exist.
How come Juan's never in any of the pictures?
Because Juan doesn't want to be known or part of this mess.
You guys are like Penn and Teller.
Yes.
He's the one that doesn't talk.
speak. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's funny.
This is a big John bit when you're out, that you take the picture solo.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely do. Because Juan does not want to be in any pictures.
But not even like private pictures?
No.
Just like
I have private pictures.
Oh, you
of
do
me
have
and
private
Juan.
pictures.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have pictures together, but
Okay.
we don't post those pictures.
But they do exist.
They absolutely exist.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Can I get one or just I'll keep it private?
You want a picture of me and Juan?
Yeah.
Are you going to frame it?
I'll
put
frame
it in
and
your
put it in my
office?
house. I'll put it in my house.
Good.
Home office or this
Home
office,
office?
whichever you want.
All right. I will blow one up for you.
While he thinks about blowing it up, let's blow this up. The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I meant this.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Although the Kendrick thing works because Laura had spent like half her month's salary to go see Kendrick
Yeah, how
Lamar
about
over the
that?
weekend.
That's true.
Was it worth it? Are you glad you did it?
Listen, what I remember was amazing and so worth it.
Now,
Give her some money, Mace. You got a lot of money.
describe why some of it was great.
So I like to drink, and I might have gone a little extra on the drinking, and I don't remember half the concert. But what I do remember was amazing.
So you spent a lot of money. You want to see Kendrick.
Yes.
Why do you get so blitzed that you
So-
don't remember any of it?
I
And
wasn't-
doesn't that defeat the purpose
Yes.
of spending top dollar to see him?
I agree. So my thing was, I was making fun of the gentleman sitting next to my boyfriend and I because he was late. Like, he was stumbling and everything. I'm like, "God, can you believe this guy got so drunk?" But shout out to Mike, who's a bartender there at SoFi. He's a good listener of the show too. So he has a heavy pour, and I only had like 4 drinks, but it was probably like 8 with his pour. So it was, so things happen. But we had a
So
great time.
thumbs up.
So
Oh,
glad
man, yeah.
you did it or no?
Oh, I'm super
You were
glad
there
I
when
did.
Bieber was there, and you never even saw it.
So I caught the end of Bieber.
You missed. I mean, he was
End
like
of
a
Bieber.
big deal, and you were
End
like,
of Bieber.
Bieber.
End of Bieber. I mean, it's recorded, so I saw it.
Okay.
It's just I don't remember it. You know what I mean? But it was great. It was
All
great.
right, good. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Morales, what have you been doing?
I'm coming up on 5 months of sobriety, so there you go.
Congratulations.
See how that
Congratulations.
dovetailed with what I
Wait,
told-
wait a minute. You've been sober since your incident, have you not?
Well, 5 months, yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought you said 5 minutes. I'm
No,
like,
Do you have like a coin or a chip?
Yeah, I have my
Do you?
5-month coin, yeah.
Your 5-month coin.
I carry it with me.
Congratulations, man. That is awesome.
okay, so this was your hand was forced medically.
No, I went sober the end of the year. That actually forced the medical stuff, probably. It caused
Okay,
everything to
so
kinda,
you made a decision to get sober before you had the incident?
12/31, 24,
Okay.
yeah.
Why?
Because I knew something was going to probably be
You
coming.
didn't physically feel right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. I
was-
mean, I remember the last of the year you weren't.
I was sick.
You just
yeah.
were not feeling well.
No.
So you quit
yeah.
drinking
I
first.
didn't know that. I thought
No, that probably-
your sobriety was a result of your incident.
No, it probably expedited the heart failure. And then over the weekend, I
You
saw...
mean you quit drinking and your body said, "Wait, what's happening?" And
Pretty
it
much
broke down on
like
you.
I drank so much consistently. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I never blacked out much because I just drink every day a lot.
Right.
Right. You were just a consistent drinker.
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you pay $32 for a Mai Tai? $32
At my time, yeah, why not?
Real.
I drink a lot.
To me, the drinks are outrageous. We went up to the convenience store, whatever it is, the ABC or whatever they call it, their equivalent of the 7-Eleven. We bought a bunch of booze. We're like, we're bringing booze to the pool because I'm not paying $32 for a Mai Tai.
Yeah, but so you made your own Mai Tais?
We made our own Mai Tais.
But how much did
Exactly
that
right.
cost you?
So I used to go to Maui.
Not nearly $32.
I used to go to Maui every year.
Yep.
And for like 20 years. And one of the reasons we finally stopped, Lisa basically forced me to stop going because she got sick of going to the same place every year. But one time we went and Jack ordered a grilled cheese sandwich at the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And the grilled cheese sandwich was $39.
Oh, my Lord.
And I went, you know, if you want to charge me $39 for something, go like for a Mai Tai, I get it. You're charging a 6-year-old kid $39
That's a little
for
much.
a grilled cheese
Yeah,
sandwich.
Did he get fruit with
the kids'
it?
menu?
I think he did, yeah.
Well, if you get fruit and fries, that feels like it's worth it.
It doesn't feel $39 worth it.
Yeah, well,
I'll
maybe
tell
it
you
was
that.
a good grilled cheese.
I
would pay
I'm
39
sure very good cheese,
Listen,
but
I can't have
still
a grilled
not
cheese now.
$39.
I'd pay $39 for a grilled cheese now.
What,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not on the approved list?
Cheese isn't very good about sodium.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
A
You
lot
gotta
of
steer
sodium
clear
in
of
cheese.
any salt, right?
No, I could have 2,000 milligrams a day, but you're going to burn it all on that sandwich.
Oh, yeah. I ran into a dilemma when we were coming home from Hawaii, and I know I'm going to get bagged on for this, so I'm just going to throw it out there.
I'm ready to bag you.
We were offered a first class or business class upgrade
Wait a minute,
on
whoa,
our
whoa, whoa,
flight
hold
home.
Both of you or just one of you?
Just one of us.
So wait, I want to pause. You guys aren't already flying first class?
We never do. We never do.
Come on, Mace.
We
You
got
work
bumped
too hard.
for money and miles. We got bumped to first class
but
or
just
business.
one seat.
Just one seat.
So how'd you play it?
How do you think I played it?
I think you took it and made Juan sit in the back.
I agree.
I begged Juan to take it.
Am I right or
Begged
am I
him
right
to
or am I
take
wrong about how it ended up?
I pleaded with him,
you
John.
took
Am
it.
I
Please.
right or am I wrong
Please.
about how it ended up?
Please, Juan. Take
Am I
this
right
seat.
or am I
You're
wrong?
right. You're right.
Most predictable thing
Yeah.
ever. Had I been thinking I would have bet mythical money
Yeah,
against
it
both
would've
of
been
them
smart.
that you took the first
But
class seat.
what would you have done if Lisa had refused to take the seat? Would you? Because he absolutely refused. Would
Right.
you take the seat anyway, or would you stay back in a coach seat?
I would never hear the end of it
See?
if I took the seat.
Even
up
if you
front.
offered it like crazy.
Correct.
I'm like, this is your.
This just happened.
Yeah.
I always plan ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Always think. I mean, so I always have an aisle seat. I always have a seat in the first 10 rows.
Yep.
I'm always good. So Lisa had a middle seat, and we get on the thing, and she goes, "Oh, do you have the aisle?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, I'm taking it," and I go, "You have the middle," and she says, "Well, I'm taking it," and I thought about it for a second. I went, "I cannot win this. There's no way." I go,
Yeah.
"Give me the middle."
So you sat in the middle?
I did.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
And then,
John Ireland
and then you
did
want
a
to
middle
hear the great story?
Yeah.
So I get full credit for taking the middle. Window doesn't show up.
Oh,
So I got the window.
Oh, nice.
Lisa got the aisle. But yeah, you see, Juan's going to lord this over you forever.
He will not. He will not
Okay.
because I begged and pleaded with him to take it. Now, I will say, I am so unimpressed. I don't go in business class for.
Right.
So unimpressed with business class.
Why? What was unimpressive
the
about
seat
it?
was a little bigger.
Okay.
The flight attendants were not particularly attentive. I got a meal of chicken teriyaki and rice, which, if I had gotten in a restaurant, I would never go back to that restaurant. Think about this. If you eat airplane food, if you think about that in a restaurant, would you ever go back to the restaurant?
No.
Probably not.
No.
So you're in an airplane.
No, it's,
Did you drink?
it's terrible.
That's why I enjoyed first class back in the day. Was I drank a lot?
Yeah, I did. I'm not a big drinker.
you
on
didn't
the plane.
drink?
I did not drink.
Then what was the point of sitting
I
there?
had a glass of champagne to start the sucker, and then nothing.
Why didn't you post that?
A glass because I was in
Because
the.
you were
I was
afraid
flying.
that people would make fun of you for being in first class.
For being bougie.
You should have posted that.
I'm telling you, it's so not even business-y.
What
It really
airline-
isn't.
What airline was this?
United.
Usually United first class is pretty
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
I
and
would-
they have the bed
Yeah.
thing you can
Yeah,
lay in?
no beds. No, I
Wow.
would like the bed thing because that was not there.
Well, we know you're a fan of the bed thing.
Oh, very much so.
Did you do a lot of that in Hawaii?
Plenty.
Oh, yeah, nice,
plenty.
nice,
The
nice.
weather was perfect for it.
Oh, so you did it with the windows open?
Oh God, the patio door and it was brilliant.
smacking
it's
that thing
amazing.
down.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
So, you're here for some hijinks?
Yeah, but not 1 o'clock. I got a meeting at 1 o'clock.
Oh, you got a meeting
Who's
at
the meeting
1, so
with?
you're here now.
It's like a company meeting.
You're
Yeah.
right. With who?
It's like ESPN people.
Oh,
ESPN people or Good Karma people?
This is both.
I'd like
Okay.
attendance taken.
Yeah.
I'd like to know
We'd like to know
exactly
who was
who's
there.
in that meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody didn't show up, we'd like to know.
Yeah, we'd like to definitely know
It's
that.
one of those meetings where they scheduled 2 different meetings because it's so important. So like there was Friday
In
was the
case
first
everybody
edition.
blew off one of the
Exactly.
meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So this is the the double back meeting.
Sure.
Yeah.
So is this the extent of Live Imaging Tuesday because of this
No,
meeting?
I'll be back at 2 o'clock.
Oh,
though.
okay, good.
John, you're a fan of mine now. You can't ask questions like that.
No, I just wanted to know.
Because
Are
2
you-
o'clock, I might bring in the new interns for them to say
Oh,
hi.
I saw that we're getting new interns today.
We got Ohio State, we got Clemson, we got USC, and we've got Colorado.
Colorado ain't here, but I'm going to bring you Clemson and Ohio State.
Ohio State kid is very funny.
Okay, so the
USC
Clemson and Ohio State interns, are they Southern Californians who just happen to be going to those schools? How did they end up here?
Clemson, I know, listen to the station
Ohio
here.
State
She's
is
from here.
His father is probably one of the most brilliant marketing minds ever.
Okay,
and he's a friend of Sam Pine's.
Gotcha.
Ohio State.
Oh, do we know who he's connected
His father came up with the Aflac Duck and Flo from Progressive.
Wow.
That's not too
amazing.
bad. That's a pretty good concept.
That's an impressive start, yeah.
Say that guy's
Do
like
they
Don
need a
Draper.
new flow? Hi.
All right.
What?
Do they need a new flow?
I don't
Said
know.
hi.
I don't know.
Let's see. Coming up next, as we start things off, here's my question, John. What should baseball do with their new TV deal? Should they go for money or should they go for exposure?
I have a strong opinion on that.
Excellent.
And also, while you were gone, the Dodgers stunk.
Yes.
And
That Angel series was brutal.
right. And now, when you were gone, Brian, see if you can find that thing that we had Friday about what Bill Plaschke said about the Dodgers, because I want to see if Mason agrees or disagrees.
Okay,
with it.
we'll do that coming up next, too. Hey, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, closing days of it here. And BetterHelp, who is a partner of ours, surveyed 16,000 people across 23 countries for the first ever State of Stigma report. These numbers are amazing. 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, but only 27% of Americans are in therapy. Listen, I've had mental health issues for the last 20 years, and it's a challenge, whether it's anxiety or bipolar disease like I've got, or it is work is too much for you, relationship problems, whatever that is. BetterHelp has got 35,000 therapists. It's the world's largest online therapy platform, and the most important thing you can do if you are struggling is talk to somebody, and here is somebody you can talk to. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout. Get 10% off your first month of therapy. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser are hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August,
and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Summer's here and seasonal businesses are hiring. Everything from hiking guides to surf instructors and more. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's smart technology gets to work as soon as you post a job, diving in to find qualified candidates fast. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/sports to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Right back where I started again.
Never been either.
I skipped a few steps. Yes. 12:31 on a live imaging Tuesday. Mason's back on Mason and Ireland.
Oh,
that's what
that
we were
song.
singing last week.
That is
Baby,
so
come
nice
back.
of you. That is so nice of you to play that song.
Not John, though. I think John likes it when you're not here.
No, I don't.
John, do you like it when I'm not here?
No, not at all. Opposite. I have to work more.
That is true.
Yeah, I have
That
to
is
block
true.
the whole show because no one gets content around here except Laura.
Right.
Me and Laura. That's it.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
When
Me?
you're not here?
Oh, when I'm not
Man,
here.
John
Yeah.
is coming
Yeah.
sweet. First he went
No.
after Travis for the
No,
Lucy
when
thing.
when I'm
Well,
not
by the
here,
way,
he's saying.
his
That's
take,
why I called him out, John.
His take on Lucille Ball is absurd.
She's legendary.
I mean, not to him.
Yeah, not to him.
But he's also
Like, you imagine somebody saying, and he said it several times,
It's like him
Lucille
ripping
Ball,
Jim Rome.
not funny. Like, does he think Dave Chappelle's not funny? I mean, what's next?
Probably.
You know what? The answer is probably.
Lucille Ball, not funny.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for anybody who feels that way.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing the gutless hat that you got me, John.
Good.
'Cause Travis is a gutless scumbag.
He is gutless scumbag.
For
that is
that
correct.
take, he might be.
Yeah. Well, you heard what John said. F you, Travis.
F you, Travis.
I like it.
Yeah.
Won't
No,
shake
he
hands after a
brought the
game.
heat. Brought the heat.
Oh, I like that kind of
Yeah.
heat.
So, John, question for you. Major League Baseball stupidly opted out of their deal with ESPN.
Right.
Stupidly. They were getting $550 million.
Right.
So now Rob Manfred, who stupidly opted out of the ESPN deal, has got a choice. He can either take the games to Apple, where he can get more money, or take the games to NBC, where he'll get lots of exposure with Sunday Night Baseball and all that stuff. But they don't make as much money. What is the best move for baseball?
The best move for baseball would be for them to stop this charade, call ESPN tomorrow, and say we want to get back together, because ESPN is open to that.
But they're never going to get that money again from ESPN.
Right. But here's the problem with being off of ESPN. You're out of sight, out of mind. Ask the NHL.
Right. Yes.
They left the ESPN for 20 years.
And now they're back.
And they're back,
hockey's
and
big.
now their games are on ESPN. And by the way, SportsCenter's the most watched sports program ever. If you don't think baseball's getting bumped to the C block as soon as ESPN's out of that business, you're not paying attention.
Let's accept this. Let's accept this premise. ESPN's out of the business. Where
then
do you
go to NBC. Because
even for less money.
That's just for Sunday night, though, right?
Well, because if you go to Apple exclusively,
right,
nobody's watching your games.
It's hard to get to Apple.
Yeah.
So are they putting the other games on Peacock? Like, it's just Sunday Night
That's
Baseball,
what
right?
they will do is they'll put other games on Peacock.
Rob
Once your
Manfred should
games
come
are out of
begging.
sight, out of mind, watch what else follows.
I totally agree. I think the NBC deal, which would be interesting because NBC wants to do a sporting event every Sunday night in primetime, whether it's NFL, NBA, or if they get this deal, MLB.
Right.
Every Sunday all year long will be taken by some major event.
So
I think it's
Michael-
best for baseball to be part of that.
Michael Thompson has a great idea, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why no one's ever stolen it from him.
Okay.
He says after the Super Bowl ends, so after Super Bowl Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
move every NBA game the next Sunday, following Sunday, to either 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. So in other words, every NBA game on Sundays, and everybody plays on Sundays for the most part, would replace the NFL. And then you could televise it on whatever networks you wanted. Now they have 4 TV partners. They have Amazon, they have ESPN, they have NBC, they have ABC. You could just basically you would have NBA games where you were used to having football
play
games.
them in the early window.
Like Lakers mostly play at 6:30 Sunday night during the basketball season. Get rid of those games.
Yeah.
Just move them to the day. And all of a sudden you recondition sports fans who used to sit around and watch NFL football to sit around and watch NBA basketball.
Into NFL football.
Right.
Right. You do both. You've
Well,
got
no.
time to do both, don't you?
No, you just wait until the NFL's done. You do it
Oh,
after.
I see.
You're
So-
not going to compete with the NFL.
So when does he want to start the season? After the Super Bowl?
No. He wants to start the season when it starts now.
Okay.
But in February, when the Super Bowl is played.
Yep.
After that, all Sunday games move to Sunday afternoon windows.
Okay.
For the rest of the
Got
season,
it.
including
That's
the
smart.
playoffs.
That's smart. Chris, your take.
Rob Manfred wants to and now is going to have to come to the reality that he doesn't want to admit. Baseball outside of Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox is an ESPN Plus sport now.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. They have a huge regional issue coming. When these networks all go belly up and that money's not coming in,
right,
you have to go to ESPN Plus for your fans.
Sure.
And to make some money. Going to Peacock, really? People are going to watch baseball every night on Peacock? No. Just like the NHL, fans got used to watching NHL and golf, by the way, on ESPN Plus. It revolutionized golf. Don't you agree, John?
Yeah, and here's the thing. Exposure is more important than money right now.
Right.
Baseball skews older in terms of an audience. My mom can't figure out how to get Peacock.
That's true.
Well, wait a minute. Does she not watch NFL playoff games? Because if you watched NFL playoff
I have
games
to
on
literally
Peacock,
get on FaceTime with her and explain how to get it.
in fairness, your mom is a generation older than the tech generation, is she
Right.
not?
No, but I'm just saying baseball's
A lot of
audience
baseball
skews
is.
older.
Yeah.
So if you move all your games to streaming services, which was one of your
Yes,
options.
exactly.
I think you get rid of a lot of your older fans because they don't want to pay for those
Right,
and don't know how
right.
to get them. Ask your mom and Pope Leo. They
Not Pope Leo.
They don't know how to get all these streaming. They don't know how to get Paramount Plus.
Yeah, but
They have Paramount
they get
Plus
this
because
show
they
on
watch
YouTube.
Landman.
Well, maybe they do then.
Don't they watch this show on YouTube every day?
They watch this show on YouTube every day.
Then they can get to ESPN Plus.
Actually, and there's a game that's going to be strictly YouTube coming up this fall, too.
Yeah, it's
Because they
just-
want to test that
yeah,
out.
but they're doing it
regular
for
YouTube.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, free.
It's not on Sunday Ticket.
Yeah. All right, so did you have something else, or do you want to go to Wheel?
Wheel.
That's a little early.
Let's do it. Yeah, it's a little. That's all right. Wheel, and then what Platsky said. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. You know, it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. Nobody's got 11 weeks. Get real. Use ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. They have an algorithm that matches the candidates with your job, so their skill set goes right to the top of the list. And they send you the candidates. And you get candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Go to that exclusive website and use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
You never have to.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
75256 or AvnerGat.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, AvnerGat.com.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Moonlight feels right.
12:41 on a live imaging Tuesday. Mason in Ireland. Moonlight does feel right, as Starbuck once said. That's the song we're playing.
Starbuck.
Yeah. I think a one-hit wonder, John.
I agree. I don't think they ever had another hit.
I doubt it. We like to play Yacht Rock on a Tuesday, like we're doing right now.
It's good.
But we also like to see Brian Cohen's big wheel.
Okay.
He's got a big wheel, and he's not afraid to use it, especially when Mace is back.
Big wheel, keep on
Producer
rolling.
Brian
Got a wheel,
Cohen.
gonna spin it.
Spin that giant wheel, sucker.
That's a dumbass question.
You know what? I actually don't think so this time,
Huh?
Stephen A. So here goes. All right, so last week I had some audio from Blake Snell, and he addressed some of his pitching injuries with the Dodgers. Hit it, Brian.
Yeah, throwing with pain sucks. You don't notice it when you're in it. You know, you're just like, oh, it's going to go away, because that's usually what we go through. And you're like, it's just early, it'll go away. But yeah, it's pretty tough when it didn't. And, you know, like I probably should have stopped throwing before opening day, but I wanted to pitch so bad that, you know, it made it worse than you know, it was probably going to be. But, you know, I learned from it. And it's tough, man. We want to compete, we want to play. And, you know, new to being a Dodger. And I want to just, you know, show everyone how great I am and what I can be. And got a little too far ahead of myself. And,
So clearly, he talked about how he should have waited to pitch for the Dodgers. But my question is, do new pitchers fall to the pressure of being new Dodgers and showcasing what they bring to the table? And maybe that's also causing injuries.
Well, it's not Blake Snell's decision whether or not he pitches. That's up to Andrew Friedman and Dave Robertson, that whole gang. So you can't say that the pitcher is demanding to pitch or you put it on him. I mean, the Dodgers assign, like, that's the reason Ohtani hasn't pitched yet.
Right.
He pitched over the weekend in a simulated game, and he looked good.
Yeah,
But he did put it on himself. He said, I should have probably not pitched. You know, I should have waited. But
Yeah.
I had the pressure of being a new Dodger and showcasing what I had to do.
Yeah, their pitching injuries are ridiculous. I mean, at one point they had 17 injured pitchers.
Yep.
17. But some teams don't even have 17 pitchers, period. It's Mace, they've won lost six of their last 10 games. So they're basically a 500 team right now until they can figure out
Yeah,
this
I mean, they're
pitching
4-3 in their last 7.
Right.
I'm going to look at it the most positive way possible.
They're not going to
but
win
yes.
90 games, Mace. What are you going to
they're
do
gonna
when they don't win
100
90
games.
games?
They will win 100 games.
Brian, do you have the
Oh,
Platsky
yeah.
thing? They're in a stretch right now, basically for this entire month of June coming up, where they play 23 games, 23 out of 26 against playoff teams. And here's what Platsky said will happen to them at the end of that stretch.
So I just don't feel they have the even though the offense is scoring the second most runs in baseball, I just don't feel they have the late game impetus or late game depth or the late game arms to get through. I think after this 25 game stretch, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not in the playoff contention.
So he's saying they're going
Not in playoff
Well, no, what
contention?
he's saying
That's
is
a little ridiculous.
No, he's saying they will drop out of the playoff picture and have to work their way back in. In other words, they'll fall to second or third place in the NL West and go from there.
I like Bill, but that's a dumb take. I mean, they're not going anywhere.
Remember when somebody gave him a radio show?
Yeah. Well, I like Bill.
That wasn't you?
No.
But they're getting a bunch of guys back. Michael Kopech probably coming back at the end of the week. Kirby Yates probably back this homestand. So there are guys that are coming back, particularly in the bullpen. I think the 13-inning game really put them behind the 8 ball because they'd use virtually every single reliever that they had.
And by the way, they should have won that game in 9 innings. They were up 5-2, and
Tanner Scott is just. They need to.
They almost
shift the
lost
closer
that
job.
game in the bottom of the ninth.
Tanner Scott has blown 4 saves now. He is not going to be your closer. Not going to be your closer. Not pitching like that. He was devastating last year. Last year he had 2 blown saves all year long. This year he's got 4 already. I think they need to answer questions in the bullpen. I would not count on seeing Blake Snell this month. I would not count on seeing Tyler Glasnow this month. I don't think those guys are happening.
Blake Snell didn't get put in the 60-day?
Yeah, but they always back that up.
You can't see him this month. I mean, he pitched. He pitched in April. So he's out for all of May, all of June.
Days. Yeah, I guess all of June. Yeah, but he's not even close to ready, I guess is the point.
Yeah.
He is, and so they're going to have to get by with a very thin rotation. And a bullpen that has been knocked around a little bit and used too much. If you look at it, they have 7 games against San Diego. It really comes down to that. 7 games against the Padres this month. Do you beat them? Do you finish 4-3? Do you lose the series? I mean, all that stuff is going to determine where they are in the standings. But the idea that they're going to drift out of playoff contention, I think, is silly.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but I think they would work their way right back in.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as they get their pitchers back.
Now, I'll say this. The offense
they're going to be in the postseason.
The offense needs to carry this thing. Because the pitching is not.
Well, Bill said it. They've scored the second most runs in baseball. I mean, most nights the offense is good.
Shohei's been great. Freddie has got the best average in the National League, second best average in all of baseball now. He had 4 hits, I think, again yesterday. I mean, they are very good. Will Smith had a gigantic day. Teoscar has been terrific. The one guy they got to get out of the lineup. Boom. Michael Conforto. I don't want to see Michael. He's batting a buck and change. Okay. I have no idea why anybody is writing his name on a lineup card.
So who's your outfield if you take Conforto out of the equation?
Okay. I guess you got to go with Kike in left, Edman in center, and Teoscar in right.
Since Edman, and I love Tommy Edman, since he came off the disabled list, he's hitting under 100.
Yeah, but he's still Tommy Edman.
Right, but I mean, he's not any worse than or any better than Conforto.
Oh no, he's way better than Conforto.
Not since he came off the injured list. Tommy Edman is ice cold right now. That's why they're putting. You're asking. You would never put Conforto's name in the lineup. If Dave Roberts or Andrew Friedman or whoever's doing the lineup, Conforto and Edman right now are the same.
Okay, but Edman is in a slump. Conforto, I don't think it's there.
Well, he snapped out of it right before he went to Hawaii.
$1.25, John.
Yeah, he played good for like a week. And then fell back into it.
I'm writing this down right here.
Right.
Real Dodgers talk.
Oh, real Dodgers
talk. We're going to make a promo out of this.
By the way, I got to take a little bit later on the Dodgers that I want to share with you.
Can I write that down too when that happens?
Write a note. This will be after Sports Graffiti.
I won't be here for that.
You won't be here, but it is.
So you think like 1:07
It
p.m.?
is one of the hottest, most sizzling takes ever.
1:07 p.m.
I don't want to oversell it. But
hot Mace take.
Hot Mace take.
Can I ask you something that has me confused?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the story that I sent you about Britney Spears?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Britney Spears.
Did she shave her head again?
Not yet.
Okay.
Might be coming.
She's not playing with knives either, to the best of my knowledge.
Not yet.
I think her knife
might
days
be
are
coming.
over. Yeah.
Over the weekend, she was reprimanded by a pilot and a flight attendant because she lit up a cigarette mid-flight.
Right.
And I thought, who in the world would do that? That's just like so insensitive to the other people on the plane.
Also, I think it's dangerous too.
But here's the thing.
Very dangerous.
Chris.
Yes.
It was a private plane.
Oh.
I thought on private planes you're not subject to FAA regulations.
If there are other people on the plane, they don't want smoking.
But
I think it's a pressure thing, right? Like the smoke.
So it depends.
No, I mean, for years we flew around with people smoking in the back.
Oh, well, then never mind.
So you can smoke, but only if the operator permits it. So yes, they're not regulated, but it also has to be permitted by the private
Plus,
jet.
you really shouldn't be able to bring lighters onto a plane, especially her.
Well, that's
You know, Lisa and I were arguing about her the other day. She clearly is a danger to herself.
I agree.
But when she was when she was under that conservatorship, that wasn't fair. So what if you're her best friend? What are you hoping for her?
There's got to kind of be a middle ground, right?
That's what I'm searching for.
You can't let her loose, and you can't lock her down. There's got to be some in-between thing that you can get her at.
Lisa
like a half conservatorship.
Yeah, Lisa went to see her when she was in the conservatorship and said that went and saw her in concert.
Oh,
and said
I thought
she visited her during the conservatorship.
No, but she said it was like she was an animal in a zoo.
I saw her across the street. Michael Roth gave me tickets one night, and I'm telling you, she stood there, and a bunch of Cirque du Soleil people did their thing all around her, but she just stood there and did nothing.
Was like comatose,
Yeah,
right?
she was. So, well,
I'm not going to
Brittany.
make the joke.
Yeah,
I was gonna make- I was
don't.
gonna
It's
make
probably
the
not
joke.
necessary.
No, I was going to make
Yeah,
a joke
so-
about Travis and DeMarco, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Why not?
Just you could go at them hard.
You don't really think that Sliwa is better than DeMarco?
On some days, yeah.
You're
Oh,
kidding
come
me.
on. Well, I like
We
Sliwa.
like Sliwa around here.
I mean, I like
I'm
DeMarco
not saying
too.
anything negative about Slee. I just think DeMarco comes with way more of a package.
Plus, Slee quit on us.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he quit
Yeah,
on
it's
us.
not like it was my decision.
Yeah, no. He said no. I think DeMarco's terrific. I don't
I
know
do too.
what problem you have with him.
Yeah.
What is your
issue
problem?
with
What's
DeMarco?
your beef?
I think the show, DeMarco could bring it a little bit more. I've said
I
this
think he
to
brings
him.
it a lot.
I said it to him in a meeting the other day. I said
think
it on
it's
the air.
been brought.
It's been brought.
He comes in with like music blasting because I've covered that
I think
show.
that's, I
and
think
it's
that's
like,
to
boom,
quiet the
boom,
demons in his head.
boom, boom. What?
People who do radio are best when they have demons in their head.
Yeah.
You know that firsthand.
I do know that,
Yeah.
but he needs to get them out then a little bit more. He needs
Yeah.
to be more opinionated.
All right.
And maybe know more about sports.
All right, do I have time to get on a soapbox here for a minute?
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
You guys watched the playoff game last
Yes.
night? Oklahoma City, Minnesota?
Yep.
Yeah, we'd like to thank the Minnesota Timberwolves for participating.
Exactly.
Hail fellow well met.
Explain to me, if you're one of the best players in the world, explain to me how you take 2 shots in the first half.
Okay, so I heard an interesting thing this morning.
Anthony
on the
Edwards,
get-up.
who I love,
Yep.
took 2 shots. If he would have been, he was 1 for 2.
Right.
If he would have been 1 for 12, I would have been happy with him. 1 for 2? Why not? That's 2 more shots than I took.
Okay,
You talk about not showing up when your season's on the line. What was he thinking?
Here's something I heard this morning. What percentage of the time do you think he was doubled?
A lot.
100%.
Right.
100. At no point in the game was he not doubled.
How many times do you think Shaq was
Oh,
doubled?
I'm sure.
Or
well,
Kobe
Shaq
was doubled?
Yeah,
or Jordan was
I know.
doubled?
I'm just telling. That's a mitigating factor. The fact that they did do a
Then
great job
you
of locking him up,
then you
and one of the
attack-
better defensive teams in the league, probably
Right.
the best.
Then you attack and hope you get to the free throw line. But you can't end a half. You can't play 20 minutes like he did in the first half and take 2 shots.
Shea gets to the free throw line, man.
Right. Well,
Yes.
Shea's
Oh.
not taking 2
Shea's
shots.
Shea's spectacular.
Amazing.
I mean, LeBron's not taking 2 shots.
Right.
Luka's not taking 2 shots. I mean,
Oh, Luka will shoot. Even when he misses the backboard,
I'm
he'll
a
shoot.
huge Anthony Edwards fan.
Yeah.
But you can't defend what he did. He
Okay.
took 2 shots.
What are you making a move?
I was
about?
saying to move my East Central read because I won't be on the 1
yeah,
o'clock
move
hour.
the East Central read. All right. Is that the international symbol for move the East Central read?
Laura was talking
Yes.
in my ear.
Okay. So, Ireland, something interesting Kendrick Perkins said about Anthony Edwards. Listen to this.
You got to check the boxes when you're the face of the league. Yes, we know you got to have your signature shoe. You're going to be in commercials. You're going to have the highlight. You got to have the game. But you know what else you got to have? You got to be a role model, right? And things outside the lines matter. Now, if you go down the list of all the faces of the league in the history of the game, you look at Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, LeBron, Steph. What did they all have in common? While they was playing in the league, they all were family men. They all were married with kids. And if you think that don't play a role as far as the role model, this is facts. This is not something that I'm making. Hold on. But this is not something that I'm making up. No.
All right. So, in order to be the face of the league, you got to be a married man with a family, John.
Absurd.
Yeah, it's
like,
just the stupidest
like
thing.
maybe the dumbest thing
Yeah.
Perk has ever said.
And that's saying something.
And by the way, some of those people he mentioned all had scandals
Sure.
involving the fact that they were married.
Exactly.
Whether it be Jordan or Kobe or, other than LeBron and Steph, they all had, issues with their public image, and they were still the face of the league.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. Kendrick Perkins says he makes good copy, but this is
Does
a
Perk
dumb
think
take.
Wemby needs to be married and have a family to be the face of the league? Because he's coming.
He is coming.
I mean, come on.
By the way, if you're Wemby, and actually any gigantic tall player, how do you find the right, like Wemby? How tall is his girlfriend?
So, I'm telling you,
you've got to be.
I've told you that for years. I live across the street from a 7-footer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right.
He's getting married this summer.
Okay.
I'm going to his wedding next month. to a girl who's 6'5", and she's
6'5",
and she's stunning.
Wow.
She's a volleyball player.
Wow.
And she's great looking, and they're great together. You just need, like, Asia Wilson dates Bam Adebayo.
Okay, good.
They look great together. That
I
is
bet.
a good-looking couple.
But Wemby, oh man,
yeah, Wemby's gonna have to find a tall girl, but they're
needs-
out there.
He needs
He needs
6'11",
basketball player,
6'7",
volleyball
something like that.
player.
Yeah, exactly. An athlete makes sense. All right, coming up next for you, we are going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. It's all you next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
She's doing that, and I can't do it. Right? Can I get? Excuse me. Can I get a hit of that, please?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace, and there's no better place to watch sports than Cosm. The Cosm Dome has got massive high-resolution display. It creates the ultimate immersive experience with a massive wraparound screen that throws you in the middle of the action. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall exciting games. Catch all the heart-pounding excitement of both the NBA and NHL playoffs. Secure your tickets now at Cosm. That's COSM.com and experience the game like never before. Cosm.com.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill. Keeping it real every day for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hey guys, double down with me, Cappy, at the $10,000 Blackjack Tournament, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Join us for a live broadcast from 3 to 6 p.m. and say double down with Cappy at the Player Rewards Desk for a free entry into the tournament, which starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Live radio, real cards, big prizes. Seats are very limited, so lock in yours now. RSVP for more info on the tournament details at ESPNLA.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station. And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
All right, 877-710-ESPN. Got a couple of lines open for sports graffiti.
Yeah, and that's rare. All you people that say, hey, I can never get through. I'm looking at 2 open lines right now. 877-710-3776. You ready?
Yep, ready.
Anthony, you're hitting leadoff today on Sports Graffiti. Anthony, what do you got?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? I want to kind of defend Mr. Perkins.
Okay.
What he was actually said, and I have to agree, it's not so much that you have to be married in order to be the face of the league.
Yep.
That's the best way to go because it keeps you out of a lot of trouble. And them guys had the wherewithal and the common sense to get married. Kobe messed up, but he bounced back real strong. And a lot of the guys that were married took that avenue, and no one's perfect. It shows that a good woman will guide a guy straight. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a plus on their side.
Yeah.
It wasn't said that they have to be married.
Anthony, we were just texting off the air with some people about this. To suggest, as Kendrick Perkins did, that you can't be the face of the league if you are a womanizer or if you have multiple kids with different women is absurd. Dr. J, Larry Bird, Magic, all had kids with people other than their wives. It should have nothing to do with the equation. Anthony Edwards is a great player. His problem is he took 2 shots in the first half. I don't care what he does off the court. I care what he does on the court. And last night he screwed up by only taking 2 shots.
Yeah.
Here's Patrick. Hey, Patrick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys. Well, as you know, the Little League All-Star season is going to be starting up. They haven't started already. But, hey, I want to give a lot of kudos to this one park that has given us 5 World Series champions. And they hear this. It's in the city of Covina called Hollenbeck Park. They have World Series champions in 75, 99, 2017 in the Pony Division, 1970 in the Colt Division, and the Palomino Division, 1983. So congratulations. Let's kick off the series great.
All right. Let's hear it.
Roger, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Thank you for calling out your colleagues at ESPN for having the dumbest takes and trying to compete with Stephen A. Smith, because it has become so intolerable how bad these takes are between Perk and Jay Williams. But I do have a question for you guys. I may have missed this a few weeks ago. I'm curious what you think about Michael Jordan joining the NBC broadcast and what he can actually contribute to today's game in terms of analysis, because we really haven't heard from him in a very long time on his thoughts on basketball.
It is an interesting question. I don't know what we get with Michael Jordan.
I think it's Tom Brady Part 2.
You think just sort of
just the facts, ma'am? Still Friday.
He's not going to do like his Hall of Fame speech, letting her rip on everybody.
If you think he's going to be Charles Barkley, you got another thing coming.
So kind of boring.
I don't think he wants to work that hard, do you?
No, I don't think so either.
We'll see, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Wayne Gretzky is the greatest hockey player of all time. He's okay.
Yeah,
on
he
those
does
shows,
a good job. Yeah.
But he's not Charles Barkley.
Nobody is Charles Barkley.
And Jordan's not going to be either.
No.
Here's John. Hey, John, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
These NBA playoffs have been amazing. It's bittersweet, though, because as Los Angelinos, it's a bit depressing. We're looking at this league, and it's a league right now. OKC is showing its speed and size. That's the new league now, speed and size. And as Laker fans, we don't have either. We got slow, and we got no size. And we got a guy driving the ship in Rob Pelinka who's got no skills on drafting. You look at the draft, and you look, Dalton Connect fell to us. That's a no-brainer. A 5-year-old could have made that pick. You look at Terrence Shannon Jr., who Minnesota drafted 10 picks below Dalton Connect, and that guy is playing ball as a rookie, coming in, contributing as a 24-year-old. He's ready to play now. That's the guy LeBron needed, okay? Not Dalton Connect, who can't even get off the bench. So it's depressing to know that Rob Pelinka is the one who's going to engineer this comeback. That's never going to happen.
Oh,
wow, I don't think you've studied Rob Pelinka's resume.
We don't get through a Sports Graffiti without somebody coming off with a Rob Pelinka take that is negative.
And by the way, look at his track record.
Yeah.
Look at the people he's gone out and found. The Dorian Finney-Smith trade was fantastic.
Super underrated.
Obviously, the Luka trade was unbelievable. Austin Reeves is here because Rob Pelinka went and found him.
Yep.
Nobody drafted Austin Reeves. I think to say that Rob Pelinka doesn't know what he's doing ignores all the evidence that's sitting there right in front of you. Here's Martin. Hey, Martin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
You know what's really depressing is Laker fans who are still making their takes out of That's what LeBron would have needed. We don't care what LeBron needs. He's at the end of his career. We have to think about the future. And for that caller to actually say that, we do not care what LeBron needs. That's all I got to say.
Okay, listen, you've got a guy who's second-team All-NBA. He's an incredibly important player on this roster. It may be Luka's team. You still want players that complement LeBron James.
Here's TJ. Hey, TJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, what's going on? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back, Mace.
Thank you, man.
So we hear a lot about the Anthony Edwards stuff, man, and I just want to say, you look at stars like Dwayne Wade and you look at Carmelo Anthony, and they had kids outside of their respective women that we knew about, and that's their personal life. When they came out with it, when they came out with it. I don't think that took anything away from their greatness. Two, I do think that Anthony Edwards is the face of the NBA right now. Out of all the present-day young stars, I think he has the most rags to riches story, which I feel like the NBA is missing. Most of the kids now, it just feels like they're kind of like rich or, you know, a little bit wealthy AAU kids that have the personal training, where you hear Anthony Edwards say he didn't have his dad, his mom and his grandma died at 15, 16. Yep. So his passion is a little bit more. It's like he has a lot more that he's fighting for, you know, rather than being blessed and having a parent that was in the NBA, you know. Yep. And the last thing I want to say is on the verge of this matchup is really good. So we, like the guy just said, to seeing the speed and the young kids and the height, and seeing the NBA transform, and seeing that the Timberwolves actually we thought were the ones that had this, but seeing them go against somebody that actually is a little bit better at that is amazing, man. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
By the way, the other two things about Oklahoma City, depth and defense.
And they're not going to be able to keep all those guys,
Yep.
so they're, you know, when like
Eventually, Lou Dort probably they have to ship out.
Probably Hartenstein, too.
Yeah.
I think they're going to pay Chet, Jalen Williams, and Shea, and then everybody else is that thinks are getting paid is going to have to go somewhere
And then
else.
Sam is going to use 100 draft picks to try to find the next big thing.
Right, and he's good at it. Here's James. Hey, James, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, love the show.
Thank you.
Hey, I just want to speak my gripe right now. I'm mad with a lot of so-called sports fans because basketball fans, they say they want to have someone different in the finals and the playoffs, like, you know, other than LeBron and Curry's and the rest of them. And now we have 4 good matchups that have been climbing for the past couple of years. Drafted well, trade well, and developed. They kept these teams together, and now they're doing their thing in the Final Four spot. But what really makes me mad is saying, oh, the OKC and Indy finals won't be good. Well, you have teams there that have done well and are in this spot. We should love it because we've seen these kids grow. What do you guys say? Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I think that an Oklahoma City final with Indiana would be great basketball. Both are really good teams.
It would also be the lowest rated
and
finals
it will be,
of all time.
I was going to say, it's fun to watch, but not as many people
You
are
and
going
I
to
will
watch.
watch it because we're sports junkies, but people are not tuning in to see.
Can't wait to see Oklahoma City, Indiana.
And by the way, you can say Anthony Edwards is face of the league. I love Anthony Edwards. I think he's a freakishly talented player. Shea is beating his ass.
Yeah.
And has beat him 3 out of 4 times, and they're going to close. It's going to be Thunder in 5.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Edwards only took 2 shots.
Right.
You can't take 2 shots. Here's Faith. Hey, Faith, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right, so I've been thinking about SGA and his ascension. What do you guys think his ceiling is, and where do you guys have him ranked all time? For me, it's MJ, Kobe, Wade, West, and then you can make a case for Harden, SGA, Clyde.
You're missing
what do you
a
guys think?
very big name, Faith, that should be in your top 3. You don't know who you're missing.
I said Kobe, Jordan, Wade.
Right.
So that's my top 3.
Okay.
Jerry?
How old are you?
I am 31.
All right, so that's why. To not have Magic Johnson in your top 3 is absurd. But you're younger. You didn't really get to see Magic play.
For shooting guards, not point guards, just shooting guards.
So twos as opposed to
but
ones.
Shea's more of a point guard. Dort's the shooting guard.
Yeah, I think he plays more of like a combo guard.
Right.
But
I think
for my
now
liking,
almost
his
everybody's
flavor
a
is
combo
more like
guard.
a shooting guard.
Like is Steph a point guard?
I would say yes, but he often plays off ball.
Right, yeah. So it is kind of confusing. But any list that doesn't have Magic or Oscar Robertson on it,
By the way,
not a
any
real
list that has SGA on it, it's too early. It's too early. You need to do it for a long time consistently to be a top 10 player.
Mateo, you're on Sports Graffiti, Mateo. Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to correct the record. You guys said that MLB canceled the contract with ESPN. Actually, ESPN canceled the contract with MLB. They had an opt-out, so you can't really put the blame on Manfred because MLB would have never walked away from that contract. It was ESPN's decision. And honestly, ESPN's pulled out of baseball. They hardly cover it. They don't have ESPN, doesn't do Baseball Tonight for the last 10 years. They barely do the Sunday night baseball coverage in the first round wild card. So I think it's a little unfair to put this on Manfred and Major League
So,
Baseball.
Mateo, what would you, if you were Rob Manfred, what would you do with the baseball rights, with the national rights?
I would do what the NBA did and try to split it up and get Apple to take some and then give NBC Sunday night baseball.
That's the right play. That's the right play.
Yeah. But you need exposure.
And
you just shouldn't do it for the money.
And it is, I mean, according to most people, Andrew Marchand, et cetera, ESPN and MLB agreed to mutually opt out. I have no idea what the real story is.
It's never mutual, trust me. Here's Rachel. Hey, Rachel, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Rachel.
Thank you, guys. I wanted to say I love this show. I'm a P1. I'm actually wearing my ESPN LA shirt that I won from the pickleball concert.
Awesome.
Or a contest that you guys had that got rained out.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say thank you and F you, Travis. But that's regarding his take on Lucy, because that was ridiculous. Thank you for the ding. Laura, I love you. Brian, you there? What's up? But I just wanted to say thank you for that. And also, like, despite the fact that the Lakers aren't in the NBA Finals and the playoffs anymore, like, this has still been entertaining other than the blowouts every now and then. So, miss you guys. Can't wait to see you again.
Rachel, thank you so much
Thanks,
for listening.
Rachel.
Thank you very much for calling. That's nice to hear.
All right, you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Dave. Hey, Dave, you're on Sports Graffiti. What do you got?
Hey, John, quick question for you. LeBron James's comments on Halliburton saying that any team would be lucky to have him on the team.
Right.
It got me thinking about Magic Johnson's comments, as
Giannis.
minuscule as they were, on player tampering. And I was just wondering what the league's view is.
I think players are allowed to tamper, right? Players get together and tamper all the time.
On the other side.
It's executives that can't.
Yeah, Magic was a front office executive, and he was running basketball operations when he said that. So
Right.
it was stupid, though. If you go back and look at what Magic said, part of his actual comments on the day he was fined was, I hope Giannis stays in Milwaukee for the rest of his career.
Right, which is so weird
Yeah.
that would get fined. And by the way, players conspire nonstop. They constantly are tampering. Say, come play with me. Oh, no, go play with him. That's going on all the time, and players are allowed to do it. Executives are not. All right, there you have it. It is. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you are having any kind of problem in your life, you got to have somebody to talk to. BetterHelp is perfect. They've got over 30,000 therapists going right now, and you can find one that will work for you. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. All right, my sizzling hot take. Next, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Looking for all things black and gold? Tap into LAFC Plus, hosted by Dave Denholm and Mario Ruiz.
This is LAFC Plus. He's Mario Ruiz. I'm Dave Denholm.
React to the latest match. Get ready for the upcoming game. Get exclusive interviews. Plus, a look around the rest of the MLS.
This is what LA is about. Not just being in the big games, but also winning.
New episodes of LAFC Plus drop weekly. Available everywhere you get your podcasts and on the ESPN LA app. Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoon.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get, because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats, so lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
917-5256 or AvnerGat.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, AvnerGat.com.
Do you know a high school senior who's a true all-star on the field, in the classroom, and in the community? ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN LA's All-Star Friday night. Nominate your standout student today at ESPNLA.com. ESPN LA All-Star Student, brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region once again. Come see what all the fun is about.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This Memorial Day, turn up the heat with the Home Depot. Find the perfect grill and patio set to keep the cookouts coming all season long. Grill up a feast with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill, only $229. And complete your space with the stylish Glen Ridge Falls 7-piece dining set, now on special buy for just $499 with free delivery. Take your Memorial Day cookout to the next level all summer long with the Home Depot. See homedepot.com/delivery for more details.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STAPLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text STAPLE to 321-321. That's STAPLE to 321-321.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening over Friday
118, the meeting was faster than I thought. It's a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland.
Any meeting with more than 10 people, Chris, is a waste of time.
This was a big one.
Was it
Were
a
there
bit?
more
How
than
many
10
people?
40 people.
40 people.
Well, the fact that it was short, you should feel very good about it.
This is legendary, this song.
It is.
This is when you think of yacht rock.
Mason, we've told you 10 times who sings this song.
Close your eyes and you feel it.
It's the one you always guess.
Seals and Croft.
There you
Yeah.
Brian told me.
go. Stop that.
Just copy.
By the way,
Come on,
speaking of
man.
Brian, a different Brian.
Yeah.
I finished the studio for this season.
Oh, my God.
It might
was
be my favorite thing Cranston's
It
done
might
since
be.
Breaking Bad.
He is
It might
so
be.
friggin' funny on that
the
show.
best is early in that run where they play him the Kool-Aid trailer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he goes, it's just obvious when you're looking at it that this would never work.
Yeah.
And he's like giddy about how much.
Now,
he
are
loves
you
it.
through the whole series?
No, I'm
only
The end of the season is
Don't
The
incredible.
last
Okay.
two
Yeah.
episodes,
Incredible.
Cranston, best thing he's ever
And I
done.
believe it's been renewed for a second season
Yes,
already.
it has.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
it has. That's a great
so
show.
that's good. And I just started last night the John Hamm show.
Oh,
on Apple.
it's really good. Friends and Neighbors.
Great show. Boy, I didn't know anything about it when I started it.
Yeah.
And that show takes a couple of left turns that you just don't see
That's
coming.
like Amanda Pete, right?
She has a lot of sex in it. And we have to see all of it.
And Olivia Munn
All right.
Basically, both having lots of sex every week.
Yes.
It's great.
A
lot of sex.
It's great.
I started one called Sirens with Julianne Moore.
Lisa
I
started
actually
that.
think it's really funny. Julianne Moore plays the creepiest character.
Right.
It's only 5 episodes. It's like race right through. It's all over.
Yeah.
But it's fun. All right, so ready for super hot take?
Oh, that's right.
Super hot
I
take.
wrote 107, but it's 119. Super hot take for promo.
Okay. Ready?
Go ahead.
Ireland?
Yes.
Here is how the Dodger lineup should go, how they should stack them up.
Okay.
Will Smith at catcher, Freddie Freeman first. Hae-Sung Kim at second, Max Muncy at third, Teo in left, Edman in center, Miguel Rojas at short, and Mookie goes back to right.
He doesn't want to do it.
I know, but he's an average shortstop. And Miguel
No,
Rojas,
he's not.
he is an average, dead-on average.
Okay.
In terms of range, in terms of defensive rating, dead-on average.
But he only had 2 errors until this weekend. He made a couple more.
But you understand that doesn't necessarily account for being able to get to a ball.
Yeah.
That's what they measure with defensive zone rating and all that kind of stuff.
I watched almost every game while you were gone, and he defensively is decent.
Okay, but how much is he focusing on defense, and how much is that affecting his hitting?
That's a fair question.
He's batting only .258 with a .752 OPS. I want Mookie to focus on right field where he's an ace, and I want to see him focus on his offense and not have all that defensive stuff in his head from shortstop.
Why are you married to Max Muncy at third?
Because we don't got anybody else.
This is meaty. I could get a couple promos out of it.
No, but here's the thing. You're right.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody else right now, but how many trade deadlines has Andrew Freeman gone out and got somebody?
I know.
All right, so this came up while you were gone.
So thumbs up or thumbs down on Mookie moving back to right?
I don't think it's going to happen. Down.
But do you think it should happen?
No.
It absolutely should.
Here's a
Period.
Real Dodgers talk.
Here's a take Bergman has, and I think he is absolutely full of crap.
Okay, good.
Okay?
I like this.
Bergman says, he just got hurt, but pretend he didn't.
Okay.
Alex
Bregman
has been great for the Red Sox, and he's on a 1-year deal.
Yep.
If the Dodgers could go get Alex Bregman to play third base next year, Bergman says, I could never root for him. Never, ever. The first home run that Bregman hit in a big game, Bergman would be on his feet cheering at the top of his lungs. Mookie was accused of cheating, and we put our arms around him as soon as he got here. No Dodger fan would say, no, I'll never root for Bregman. Once he started playing well, if he played bad, they'd kill him.
Do you think they would go after Alex Bregman?
I think Andrew Friedman would trade his mother if he thinks that the Dodgers would win.
See, I don't think he would. I'm just given the enormous blowback, and there would be huge blowback all winter long. And you're right, they would come around by spring training, but I just wouldn't do it. There are other options out there. Why bring in somebody who was part of screwing you out of the 2017 World Series?
Because it doesn't matter. He didn't get suspended. He's still eligible to play.
Yeah,
and
but you don't have to
the
play him.
The question you ask is, does he make us better or worse at that position? And he would clearly make you better. Would you rather have Nolan Arenado or Alex
Nolan
Bregman?
Arenado.
Why?
Because he's an ace defender.
Right.
He's great at third base.
But look at his numbers. Look at his batting. Yeah, Bregman bats circles around him. The reason we don't like Max Muncy isn't because he can't field. I mean, he's not a great defensive third baseman, but he's fine. The reason we don't like Max Muncy is because he can't hit.
I think we should bring Bergman in to defend us.
No.
No, you don't want to?
No.
Oh.
But
absolutely not.
Why?
Because I don't want to break any rules.
No, but we can.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying it.
Oh. What do you think, John?
I don't think we should do it.
No?
Yeah.
I mean, he's standing right there. I think we should.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's got his headphones. He's like.
By the way, you could hear Greg Bergman and the Blue Review weekday mornings at 8:30 on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Come in, Greg. I want you to defend us.
Look, he's dying to get on the air.
No, he's not dying to get on the air. You called him. You called him
look,
out.
He's walking out.
Oh. All right. John called him out.
Chased him off. Chased him off.
Yeah, no, and
You're a bad guy, Mace.
I'm not.
Think Greg,
Ireland's the one that said no. I
think Greg
no,
has
said
these.
no.
I don't think Greg has. I think Greg believes what he thinks.
Greg believes what he thinks.
But I would be willing to.
I hope so.
No, I'd be willing to bet any amount of money that if they got Bregman, you would cheer for him just like you cheer for Mookie.
Look, Mookie and Bregman are two totally
Why?
different people. Just because it's a different type of
when
cheating.
Mookie it's the exact same type of
we
cheating.
didn't even know he was cheating.
We still don't know.
Why did Alex Cora get suspended for a year?
for being on the Astros.
Right, but he went to the Red Sox and did the same thing a year later.
Right, but
and Mookie won MVP.
We don't look at Mookie the same way and never did. Even during that series, the Red Sox were 1,000 times better than the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I was at all those games. We were so overmatched in that game.
They were just better.
I was seeing Nathan Eovaldi in my dreams. Joe Kelly.
Kelly was going nuts.
If they knew what pitches were coming, that doesn't give them a ridiculous advantage.
I don't think. I think at that point, after
you think
the
Alex
Houston
Cora just didn't take that with him?
They cracked down.
No, they didn't crack down until 3 years later. Nobody.
Well, when was the watches thing?
Like
the
Apple
watches
thing, the Apple watches.
It kind of came out, but it wasn't even something that people were
was
like
in
really
Tokyo or was in.
Yeah, remember the Red Sox and the Yankees were both
Red Sox and
doing
Yankees
it?
both doing it, and baseball said no. Baseball cracked down. I
But
think
that
after
was-
2017, baseball cracked down.
I think that was right before COVID. I think that was like in 2020.
Mookie didn't screw us out of the World Series. Alex Bregman was part of
and
doing
then
it.
Alex Bregman just made it worse over and over again, saying like, "Oh, we didn't do anything wrong. This is all garbage. Nothing should happen to us." He's a bad guy, bad baseball
Bad guy.
bad baseball
bad guy.
But if he hit a grand slam home run in the bottom of the ninth in the World Series of Game 7, I'd stand up and I'd cheer because the Dodgers won.
Right.
But I would not. But
So
I
then
would
John's
not be
right,
happy.
technically.
Well, I would. Yes, I
You'll
would
fold.
root for the Dodgers. No, I'd
you
root for the
folding?
Dodgers.
I
The
missed it.
minute-
Are you
I'm
folding?
so happy you're back.
The minute he signed, if he didn't hit, people would kill him. If he did hit, they would embrace him.
He would not be embraced by Dodger fans. He would just be like,
Remember
okay,
how much
cool.
people loved Manny
No,
and
he would
everybody
be-
knew Manny was taking PEDs? Nobody cared.
PEDs
it's
is different from
different.
screwing us out of the World Series.
Right.
Right.
There was no trash
But I-
cans involved with these PEDs.
PEDs are just PEDs.
It
I
didn't
mean,
hurt the other teams.
Right, but all those guys have moved on. I mean, Alex Cora's got a job. AJ Hinch has got a job.
Right, but we don't have to give Alex Bregman a job.
Nope.
What?
Don't you think there's a reason he only got a 1-year contract?
Well, he has a 2-year deal, but it's a player option.
Player option, right.
Yeah, and he was killing it until he got hurt. I just think that Dodger fans want to win.
3 guys: Altuve, Correa, Bregman, and Bregman's probably the worst of all 3 of them. Would never want him in a
Because
Dodger
he's
uniform.
denied it over and
Over
over
and
again.
over
He said
and
no,
over again.
there was
Nope.
nothing going on, nothing at all.
Nope.
The person you should be mad at, if you're a Dodger fan,
Those 3 guys.
is Rob Manfred for not punishing those guys.
Oh, hate Manfred.
I mean,
Right, Manfred sucks.
You're right.
But
And by the way, those
I
guys,
don't know anybody that's like a
Shiny
big Manfred
piece of
fan
metal.
right now.
No.
Shiny piece of metal,
No, but
exactly. That's what he called the World Series trophy.
Do you think those were the only 3 guys who cheated? No, Alex Cora took this with him to the Red Sox. The Yankees admitted they were doing it. The Dodgers were supposedly leading the league in that spider tack thing. Everybody walks to the edge of the rules
Well, but
until they get caught.
everybody was using spider tack.
Right.
That was a level playing field. Everybody was using spider tack.
And everybody was
Damn
cheating.
spider tack.
Yeah, everybody was cheating. Even
We're
the
deep.
Dodgers were cheating in some senses and trying to get steal signs and
Correct.
through different types of media. But but this was different. Nobody went to the extreme that the Astros went to, hitting the trash cans. There's a thought of the buzzers
he
on
had
them.
a buzzer
Right.
on his chest.
Don't take off my jersey.
Buzzer on
Don't
his
take off my
chest.
jersey.
You're talking about Altuve.
Altuve,
Yeah.
buzzer. But I mean, everybody was part of that.
Do you think Altuve's going to the Hall of Fame?
I hope not.
I think he's getting in.
He's probably one of the best.
Technically, I got a
baseman
buzzer
ever.
on my chest these days.
Do you? Oh, yeah, you
I
do
still
have a
wear
buzzer
that
on your chest. But if it goes off, you're in trouble, right?
Well, no, right now it's
if
like
that
a
thing
monitor.
goes off, it's a lot more. It's a lot. You don't just lose the World Series; you lose life.
That's
right?
probably, yeah.
yeah.
It is a final, literally.
Yeah. So Altuve, is he a Hall of Famer? That's a good question.
Are
Again,
you tweeting that right now?
Statistically, he is.
Statistically, he probably
I'm a
is.
huge believer in let the democracy of baseball writers decide. Some will say no, like
I
they
don't
have
think
with
he
Barry
get-
Bonds, like they have with Mark McGwire.
I don't think he gets in on the first ballot, but I think he gets in.
They did it with Clemens. They did it with a lot of these guys. I think it will take a little time for Altuve to break through.
Yeah, Altuve is going to be a part of that crew. He's going to be a part of the Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, those type of guys that don't get into Hall of Fame
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
Over their 10 years, not get in, and then maybe later on in the Veterans Committee and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
he's
it.
got a shot. It's 35. He's got a shot at 3,000 hits, I suppose. If 3,000 hits is an automatic, we're not. That just doesn't happen much anymore. He's at
well, there's guys
2,300
with
hits.
3,000 hits and aren't in. Palmeiro has 3,000 hits.
But he's cheater.
Does Bonds have 3,000 hits?
I'm sure he does, but
He has
I mean,
3,000 walks
Yeah.
in a season.
Palmeiro was trying to say he didn't speak English at Congress, that whole thing.
Yeah,
No habla inglés.
No habla.
Come on,
No
man.
habla. Yeah.
I'm here to talk about the past. I'm not here to talk
Mark
about the past.
McGwire is not in, is he?
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And again, the baseball democracy
no.
will decide on him. It'll decide on Pete Rose. We'll see
But
if
Scott Rowland's in.
Well, he did it right. He didn't
Scott
cheat.
Rowland.
Did what right?
He didn't cheat. He didn't use PEDs. He didn't have
Put
a
the other
buzzer
guys
on
in.
his chest.
Yeah.
So I just had I just said Mookie should move back to right.
You tweeted this?
No, I didn't tweet. I'm
What did
talking
you do?
about it
You
on the
did
radio.
even we're just better. talking about
Yeah,
it.
we're
I'll
just
say
talking
it.
about it.
I'm with
know.
John. I don't think he
Okay.
ever moves back to right field.
Well, should he is the question. Not will he, because
Not
he
for
wants
Miguel
to play
Rojas.
shorts. Miguel Rojas is a plus defender. At least
Miguel
they
Rojas.
get defense.
But why do you want more automatic outs in the lineup?
Look,
He's not that great
we
of a
already
defender
play
anymore.
Michael Conforto. He's an automatic out.
Right. So why do we need another one?
Well, I'm taking Conforto off the field. It's basically a choice between Conforto or Rojas. Which one do you want?
You have Pajes in center.
Pajes in center,
Yeah. Okay.
Mookie in right, Teo in left, Edmund at short, Kim at second, Freddie, Max Muncy, Will Smith.
Yeah. So for the most part, Mookie's never going to move back to the outfield. He wants to be on the infield.
Right.
So if you're going to do it, maybe move Kim over to short and move Mookie. If you're going to move Mookie out of short, put him at second base.
But do you think focusing on the defense is hurting Mookie's offensive performance? Because it's been really ordinary so far.
So for the beginning of the season, yes, it was poor. It was poor. But over the last 30 days or so, he's actually been a lot better. He's been hitting probably close to 300. His on base percentage has gone up. The amount of home runs he's hit has gone up. The amount of RBIs he's gone up. So he's been better at the plate over the last month.
We're supposed to have 3 MVPs. He offensively is not playing up to MVP
He's getting
standards
back
right now.
to where he's supposed to be. He will eventually, by the end of the year, you're going to look back at this and you say, okay, he's Mookie still.
Are you excited to get back on the radio?
Mace, just let it be,
I was just
man.
busy.
Yeah.
What's
I
your
know
thing?
you've been busy,
What's
but
your thing? What's your thing? You just can't let it be?
No, I can't let it go. I absolutely
I
cannot
was on.
let
I
it
went.
go.
I went on with Travis and DeMarco last week.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Good. Well, it's
Yeah.
great to see you.
You're a
Good
bad
to see
guy,
you too.
Mace.
Oh,
And then that
I'm
note,
a bad guy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. On that note. All right. Coming up next for
By
you.
the way, the Blue Review weekday mornings at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah, watch
on our
it, listen
YouTube
to
channel
it.
at ESPN Los Angeles.
For sure. All
You're
right.
a bad guy, Mace.
Yeah, I'm not a bad guy.
Travis is a bad guy.
I'm only
He is a bad guy.
misunderstood.
How do you not like I Love Lucy?
I know.
You're
That's-
a gutless
it's
scumbag.
It's just wrong. It's disrespectful
It is.
to the legend of Lucy.
That's like saying Jim Rome isn't responsible for his career. 100% is.
You think?
For Travis's career?
Oh, for Travis's career. Yeah, I thought you meant for Rome's career. Travis is the one that.
Well, I think they helped each other.
They did definitely work together, no question. All right, coming up next for you, the old heads at USC are coming after me, John. The old heads at USC.
Okay. And guess what? We want to taste the. No, that's the wrong word.
Whoa,
we want
whoa,
to sample
whoa.
the new interns.
Still, whoa,
we
whoa.
want to talk to the new interns.
We would
Sample's a
meet
good
the new
word.
interns.
Have
I
a-
haven't met any of them
Have
yet.
a conversation.
What are your
with the
early
new
impressions of these interns?
Well, this kid Zaylin, he's my guy.
Which is he the Ohio State guy?
Yeah, Ohio
He's
State
my-
kid.
This
I
guy
need to
is
be
my
new
guy.
flow, homie.
And then we had earlier.
Does
Mark
the Clemson intern, is the Clemson intern a male or female?
Female.
Does she like Dabo?
She loves.
And she's named after
Football
somebody
at Clemson.
legendary, which you and I will
Yeah,
connect
we'll,
on.
we'll,
Okay.
we'll do
And
that.
then
coming
the
up.
other intern, real quick, who won't be in here, is Mark Kotze's daughter, who we had on, Sienna Kotze.
Mark Kotze, the A's
Yes,
manager?
with Travis, because Mark Kotze hit numerous home runs off of him in college.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
you
bet he
kind of
did.
growled there. That turned me on.
Yeah.
Can you do that in my ear later?
No, I cannot.
Please?
All right. So anyway, that's all coming up. All it, whatever we talked about is next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend, I got a call from Freddie Prinze Jr. And Freddie's like, he's doing great. He said, I've got a
Does
friend.
he still hate us or no?
No.
Okay, good.
He said, I got a friend who just got into an accident. Can you connect me to Jacob Emrani? It was an Uber accident, and these things are complicated as hell. So I put him on the line with Jacob, and Jacob is taking care of him from beginning to end. He called him right after the accident, which means Jacob can do all the stuff. Get you the doctor you need, get you to the body shop, get you a car rental. I mean, all this stuff. He can take care of all your medical care, and ultimately he'll get you the settlement that you deserve. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. I personally recommend Jacob Emrani. He is the real deal. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember, calljacob.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob.
And make sure you're following Jacob on Instagram and Facebook for great prizes, insight, and more. The handle is @call.jacob. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GAR-001292. GAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
Inheriting
hey guys,
a home.
Double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
With Seller's Advantage.
When I wake up,
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
1:38 on a live imaging Tuesday on the Mason and Ireland program.
Even I know this song.
Well, you got to. Remember when Cappy and I came out in Mandy's 3 to
that's
this?
right. That's right. Magical.
Do the intern.
That was magical.
Oh, yeah.
Do the
That's the interns here. Do you know this song?
Come on, you guys know Yacht
Come on,
Rock, right?
Come on, you know it. You know it.
Come on, Zaylin and Reagan.
I'm pretty good at music trivia. I don't.
Zayla, you know, this was the album of the year in 1983. You weren't even born yet. Do you know, Reagan?
Come on, Reagan.
I was born in 2004.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, Reagan.
Have
That's
you
all
guys
right.
even heard of Christopher Cross?
I have not.
No, not
yeah.
either.
Boy, we're old.
Yeah.
Either we're old or they're young.
Yeah.
One of the two. Hey, we got new interns.
By the way, I think both things can be true.
Yeah, there you go. It is a live imaging Tuesday, and the new summer intern class is in the house.
Yes, Reagan Carey is here. She goes to Clemson, and Zaylin Charney, who goes to Ohio State.
Now, Zaylin's father, one of the greatest marketing minds. That's who I was talking about.
He's John Draper. He's basically,
yeah. And Reagan's named after one of our favorite people. Your dog was named Reagan.
The woman from The Exorcist?
Your parents
Was
were
it
running
The
Reagan
Exorcist?
fans?
Yes.
Yes, just a little bit.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
So wait a minute.
No.
Reagan, where are you from? Like, where'd you go to high school?
Southern Orange County.
Okay.
To
How did you end up in Clemson?
Oh, everyone asks me that. I was doing the whole southern tour of the Georgia, Tennessee, Auburn,
Right.
Clemson. I was at Clemson for half a football game. I bawled my eyes out because I'm like, I meant to be here. It actually got rained out.
So you just had a feeling
I just had a feeling.
was the place. And what
Yeah.
year in school are you there?
I'm going to be a senior.
And so it sounds like it's worked out.
Oh, it's
You're glad you
the
went.
best school in the world.
And are you a football fan?
Oh, the biggest.
And I asked her if she likes Dabo. She said, yeah.
You love
him.
Dabo?
I know I love Dabo.
Yeah.
I think he's the greatest. He's the best. But I might be brainwashed by the
Well,
Clemson
yeah, what's interesting about
fan
Dabo
base.
is he doesn't really use the transfer portal very
Right,
much.
right.
He doesn't do anything old school.
Nope.
Like, he doesn't do a lot of NIL.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet, you guys, Clemson's favored to make the playoff this year.
Yes, by a lot. And Cade Klubnik's ranked number 1 right now, or number 2 in the quarterback.
So Ireland, when is your 21st birthday?
On the LSU Clemson weekend.
Wow.
How about
Yeah.
How
It's gonna
about
be a
it?
great
You get
weekend.
to have your first drink.
I don't, yeah, Mace. I don't know if have you ever met anyone from California who went to Clemson?
No.
I know some kids that went to South Carolina. I know some kids that
don't
went to
mention that school.
Georgia. So is that considered your rival?
Oh, yeah, don't mention that school.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fake USC. The fake USC.
A fake USC.
What's your major?
Sports communication.
Oh, you're in the right
All
spot.
right, so
Exactly.
good, cool, good. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So, and you're at Ohio State.
Yes, I am.
And you grew up where?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay,
Nice.
So not
Yep,
far from
yep.
Mace. Mace grew up in Toledo.
So I want
Yep,
to tell a
there we
story
go.
about Zaylin.
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, Sam Pine's
By the way,
referral.
great name. Are you named after someone?
Yeah, my dad's mom's maiden name.
Oh,
Is
nice.
Zaylen.
My
I like
dad's
that.
mom's sorry. My
Oh, that's
dad's
a great.
mom's
That's a
grandma.
great tribute to your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's nice. All right,
So
Morales, tell
Zaylin
us
is
the
a
story.
Sam Pines referral.
Okay.
First off, Zaylin takes the time to email me direct, CCing Sam.
Oh, wow.
And that's a bold move.
That is
I
bold.
like it.
Then we have the interview process. And Zaylin, I mentioned that Jordan is the greatest of all time, not LeBron. Because, these people from Cleveland, like Lindsay, they
Oh,
think
yeah.
LeBron's amazing. He then says in the interview, I'll be your Steve Kerr. He then emails me direct a Photoshop of Jordan and Kerr, except it says Morales and Charney on it, on the
Wow.
jerseys. And I
Love
said,
it.
you know what? I like this kid's
You're
spunk.
ahead of the game, man.
And by the way, Zaylen, that's the way to do it. I remember one of the reasons I got into the communication school at UCLA, and I didn't even do it.
Yep.
I ended up majoring in history, but I wrote on my application, I wrote an article as if I had just gotten accepted to the school.
Oh, that's smart.
With all these quotes from these, I just made them all up.
Yeah, right.
But see, squeaky wheel gets the grease.
So
right?
what's interesting about Zaylin is you are not an Ohio State fan.
I am not.
And you go to school there.
I go to Ohio State.
You didn't get on the national championship ride last year.
I did not. I didn't even go out. I went out. I celebrated a little bit. I was happy for my roommates, happy for my friends, but I'm a diehard Miami Hurricanes fan.
Yeah.
My grandpa
Did
played
you
football.
consider going to Miami?
Yeah, I didn't get in. But okay. It's all right.
It's harder to get into Miami than it is to get into Ohio State.
I mean, for an Ohio State kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's expensive too. I mean, I'm glad I didn't go there. And,
Yeah, you would have to pay out of state.
absolutely.
Okay, and he said, my brother Brian and my nephew Hunter are just sick Ohio State fans.
Yeah, those are the guys. That
And
I-
we were talking about, you don't like Ohio State fans.
No, I do not. They are delusional. Unfortunately, I'm going straight at my own school, but the fan base is terrible.
So
it's the
now
worst
this
college
is
football fan
okay,
base.
This is a very important question. Do you ever at any point refer to yourself as a student at the Ohio State University?
I do not.
you
I
do
do
not.
not. I do not. I do not. I just don't claim it. I just think that's kind of.
It's pompous.
It is. It is, and I just think the whole fan base is a little pompous in its own, and I just think they don't know.
Zaylin,
Ohio
have you
State
met?
fans are obnoxious.
They are.
Zaylin, have you met Lindsay Baseball yet?
Oh,
I have not.
She's going to torch you.
You're going to have a lot
Yeah,
to
she's
talk
a Cleveland
about.
girl. Hey,
Oh,
let's
awesome.
let them weigh in on this USC Notre Dame thing.
Okay.
You want to do it right now? Or
Yeah,
you wanna
let's
just
do it.
go to, or you want to go to? Okay.
No, let's do
So
it.
here's the dilemma between you. Mason's a big USC fan.
Yes.
I'm a huge Notre Dame fan.
Okay.
Oh, this is perfect.
Reagan, what the heck?
My little sister's name is Irish. If that gives you anything.
Okay. Awesome.
Just to
So you're
weigh in.
perfect.
So Reagan and Irish.
Yes.
Boy, they could be in my family.
Yeah.
Okay, Reagan. USC is thinking about getting rid of the Notre Dame rivalry because, and this on paper makes sense, they don't want, let's call it an unnecessary loss, okay? They just as easily could play San Jose State that week, chalk up a win, and it would improve their chances of making the playoff. I think that's chicken bleep. I want them to keep the rivalry because the games are fun. They're exciting. Mace, though, is a bigger fan of USC than almost anyone here, and you want him to dump it, right?
Absolutely. 2 losses get you into the playoff.
It's a weak take, Mace.
Why make one of them Notre Dame? And I understand. Look, I did this a couple weeks ago. All the old USC fans hit me up. Oh, my God, we can't live without Notre Dame. It's been going on since, I don't know, 1847 or whatever the hell they're saying.
Come on, mate.
But I'm sorry. I want to make the playoff. That is my objective. They have a better chance of making the playoff if they play Southern Miss instead of Notre Dame.
Okay, before you guys weigh in, Reagan and Zalen, you weren't here for this.
Okay.
Andy Staples, who's a big college football writer, does a podcast for Sports Illustrated.
Yep.
He was on his podcast the other day with some other guy, and they were asked. They got this question: should USC end the Notre Dame rivalry? And this isn't overly convincing, but I agree with it 100%. Here it is.
I'm going to put this in the most scientific terms possible because it's cool. The history of it is cool. The look of it is cool. The idea of it is cool. The uniforms are cool. Why do we do anything that we don't absolutely need to do to breathe, to eat, to sleep, to live? Because it's cool. Notre Dame and USC should play every year because it's cool.
And it's also like ingrained into the fabric of the sport. Like, I mean, like I'm all for screw tradition, do what makes sense, you know, in a lot of areas. But it's also like when you think about college football, this is one of the games that pops into your head. Like, what do you mean? What's the point of them playing?
Yeah, you know what's cool? Being in the college football playoff.
Okay.
That is
All
really
right, so
cool.
now, Zalen, Reagan, you guys have heard all. Reagan, keep it or dump it?
Oh, keep it. It's one of the longest
Right, but why do you want it? Because it could keep Notre Dame out of the playoff, too. A loss to USC is one loss. You go 3 losses and you're out.
But they're not going to lose to USC.
All right, Zalen, what do you think? Keep it or dump it?
I mean, I think I would say you keep it top 10. I would say top 8 rivalry of all time. But let's say, how about Notre Dame? You join a conference, and then we'll talk about it. Because I think,
it's fair.
I mean, USC can say dump it. Because why would we play them? I mean, they don't play in a conference.
Right.
It doesn't hurt them.
So
And they
Notre
play in
Dame
the Big
can't. He's got a good point. Notre Dame can tailor their schedule if they feel like it's getting too good. Then they put another service academy on there, and
they got
play
Syracuse,
Army, Navy.
USC's playing the Big Ten. I mean, you're worried about losing to Michigan. And
Right, sure. They're really tough games on that schedule.
Jalen, go after him.
He's
a gutless bum.
He's agreeing.
I'm kind of agreeing.
Never mind.
Okay, so before we let you guys go, Reagan, your family's from Southern California. Are you living at home during this internship?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Zalen, where are you
Don't
living?
call him sir.
You
Yeah,
can't be lying,
we're
I don't
not
care.
sure.
He's got an apartment downtown.
Okay, and you're doing this on a whim, man. You just wanted to check out California, and
Can I come and hang out at your apartment?
Yeah, everyone's welcome. We
Wow.
watch the game there tonight. if we
Throwing a
want.
big party?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right, well, welcome you
party.
guys.
I
Great
can't-
to have
so
you here.
much.
Same when I can't do party favors anymore. though.
We got some party favors for you guys.
Yeah.
For you. I'm not 21 yet.
Yeah.
Reagan Carey.
Can you believe neither one of these guys are 21
That's
yet?
insane.
Reagan Carey and Zalen Charney, thank you guys for coming in.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
guys.
Thank you.
Good to have
Welcome.
you guys here.
We'll see you all summer long.
We'll be here.
All right, there you go. By the way, what did Seth Rogen call when he had the
Party favors. Well,
No.
the old school Hollywood
Old
buffet.
school Hollywood
It was
buffet.
so freaky. It was so freaky because he kept referring it to like that. And it was just odd in the episode,
Old
and everybody
school
was looking at him
Hollywood
like,
buffet.
"Oh yeah, cool." And then when he when the
don't give it away.
I don't want to
you're-
give it away.
Well, you're talking about
The studio.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you guys know that Ike Barinholtz, who plays the number 2 to Seth Rogen at the studio, the reason he's not in Running Point, which he helped create, the show that I did, is because he was already working on the studio.
really?
Oh,
so
got
he
it.
couldn't do both at the
He's
same
great.
time.
He is fantastic on this show. All right, coming up next for we'll do a little something.
No, we're doing
You
What's
want
Up
to do
Fool?
What's Up Fool? It's
Yeah.
going to be a short one.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, we'll do it next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Well, let's say you got a long one, like a long stay in downtown LA that you want to be part of, and you want to go to
Stay
the
at Zalen's house.
Well, you could stay at Zalen, but you could stay where Cappy and I are going to stay tonight. And anytime we're in downtown LA, the East Central Hotel, the home of entertainment, Mace. The giant hand in every room, the biggest hotel rooms in downtown LA. I could sit on the hand, or I could put my keys there, my cell phone, my accoutrement. They've also got the softest towels in downtown LA. The big towels I use for the body. I won't talk about the other towels right
the
now.
little
Well, 'cause-
towels. We'd
No,
just
I
let them think.
No, I don't. Yeah, exactly. You can go to the Nixo Lounge for a cocktail or for breakfast in the morning. How about the gym that Cappy and I will hit up tonight?
Yeah, you guys
to
can
make
hit
sure.
there hard, yeah.
Oh, we hit it hard. Because when you're going to hit it, you're going to hit it hard. At the East Central Hotel, please go there. If you want, listen, you don't want to get behind the wheel drunk after an event at LA Live. Stay at the East Central Hotel. Tell them you want the Cappy Penthouse. 213-748-1291. 213-748-1291 or eastcentralhotel.com. East Central Hotel in downtown LA, the home of entertainment.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal.
Oh, Olivier! He drops to his knees and implores the heavens.
The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Are you looking for a trusted roofing expert in Southern California? Journey Builders has you covered. This is Mike Trudell from ESPN LA. Journey Builders specializes in quality roof replacements for homes around the Southland. They'll ensure that your roof stands strong. ESPN LA listeners who call in today to book their free same-day inspection get $5,500 off their roof replacement. Journey Builders also offers financing. Call 888-607-8808 today. That's 888-607-8808 or go to journeybuildersinc.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. At BetterHelp, they have over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Do you know a high school senior who's a true all-star on the field, in the classroom, and in the community? ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
The one.
But Michael McDonald singing with that beard and a lot of sweat.
Yep.
And probably a lot of other stuff in his system. He was singing about taking it.
Was he one of those? Did he party a lot?
I think everybody there did. Why wouldn't you?
Yacht Rock was all about partying.
I think it was a free time. Like Studio 54, we were free.
Okay.
I don't know why we say we. I was born 6 years later, but I would have been free at Studio 54.
I would have gone to Studio 54.
Oh, yeah. I would have had a necklace just full of it.
I was 12. They weren't letting 12-year-olds in.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That was a different.
Yes.
153. I said that already. Hey, John, what are you looking at that you're not paying attention to my bits?
No, are we going to do What's Up for?
Yeah, we were doing a Studio 54 bit.
It's 153.
Thank you.
This is going to be the shortest What's Up Fool ever.
Hit the thing, hit the thing.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Take it away, producer Laura.
Oh, I'm going to take this first one here.
Take it away, producer Brian Cohen.
You want to go first?
This is a pretty wild clip here that I found before the show, and see if John has ever experienced this. May just get your take on this. So, nobody, while announcing a game, I know John and Michael have fans kind of come up to them every now and then. Should be kind of cut
Michael
off.
just takes off his headset and starts talking to him.
Right. Well, in the American Hockey League, the AHL, over the weekend, there was a fan that interrupted hockey announcer Brandon Astle. So I'm going to play the clip for you, and this was while he was live on air.
Got some Yahoo chap chirping at me from behind. Get out of here. What was he doing? Security. Try that again. I'm fired up. He threw my chair at me. Hit me right in the back of the leg. Like, what was he doing here? Unreal. Have another beer.
Those wacky AHL guys.
Right. Attacked during the game while doing the broadcast, and fan threw his chair at him, got into like his press box area kind of deal. Have you ever seen this? I've never seen
John, how many times have you been attacked while doing games?
Never, but there's a couple things. Number one, if you walk right up to Michael during a game, he'll just take his headset off and start talking to you. It drives everybody crazy.
Yeah.
That's why we moved Michael
Inside.
in from the aisle.
Yeah.
So people couldn't just walk up to him. But I did see this one. You guys know there's a rapper named 2 Chainz.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I do.
So he
Tribute to him, I wear 2 chains.
That's why he wears 2
was at a
chains.
game. I think it was in Philly, and the announcers were talking about him on the air, and they didn't know who he was.
Right.
Hey, do you ever heard of a rapper named 2 Chainz? No. And some guy texts him and goes, hey, the announcers are talking about you. They don't know who you are. He stormed up there and like, what's up? How do you not know who I am?
Good for 2
right in the
Chainz.
middle of a game.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only other time I've heard of anything like that happen.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody
That wacky
hit with
2
a chair.
Chainz.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys, I'll take this one.
Okay.
So it was a long weekend, and I did something that I never thought I would do because usually bingo is reserved for older people.
Oh, I saw you posted this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I
she showed
went
me some video.
to something called Bingo Loco. I was PJ Butter, who's also the Dodgers announcer out there, was like, hey, you want to come through? Carlo and I went. A few friends and I went. So this is like an adult, kind of rated R bingo. You drink, you dance, you karaoke. It's a little bit of everything. I didn't know what to expect, but it was super fun. If I get tickets for all of us, would you guys go to one of these events on a weekend?
It depends on when it is.
Well, Mace is sort of in that bingo demographic
Laura,
now.
and
No.
I mean this sincerely.
By the way, this is not the same bingo demographic. you
I
would
know.
say. I watched
Mace,
the
it was a-
video.
it was a joke.
Carlo
Yeah.
dancing like a
you're very-
madman.
Laura, this
You're
is
very
my
spry.
official
It's okay.
answer.
No.
All right? If it were any other day.
Yeah.
All right, so turns out.
I actually think it looked really fun.
Yeah, it does.
They were playing. By the way, the winner of bingo gets a sex toy. I think is the
Some
way.
of-
I saw
yeah.
that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You do.
They have goofy
What's
prizes.
up with
They
that,
have
Chris?
goofy prizes.
What do you got against sex toys?
Nothing.
Yeah,
are
you
you-
get different. So, for example, for this particular one, they said, do you want the bucket hat or do you want what's inside the bucket hat?
What was inside the bucket hat?
Can I say it?
I
Well,
don't
no.
know.
Yeah.
Call it a sex toy.
Yeah, a sex toy. I'll tell you off air. Apparently, I can't say it. So, yeah, it was
I
a
wouldn't
sex
say.
toy.
I just think it's
Yeah,
unnecessary.
so it's not necessary.
Probably unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's totally unnecessary.
But it was
Does it have a hook
fun.
on it or not?
No.
Never mind. No.
Anyways, and another prize was like a bedazzled helmet.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
nice.
And
The
that
toys are
was
probably
bes-
bedazzled too.
Yeah.
So it's silly prices. It's
silly prizes,
yeah.
a karaoke machine. But I honestly thought this would be like super fun for all of us to do.
I am in favor. Pick a day. And
Okay.
I will make it. John, if there's any other
Other
day,
day?
Brian, are you in?
I saw the video. Looks fun. I'm in.
I think it looks,
What
looks
about
really
you?
fun.
I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
it
fine.
looks really, really fun.
And Carlo was all on it.
Carlo can dance. He's got a little Bergman in him. He can dance.
Oh, he's
There you
well
go.
above Bergman. Sorry.
Whoa.
You think he's above Bergman?
Oh,
Bergman's
yeah.
a good dancer.
No, but Carlo's way better.
Whoa.
Dance off.
Dance off.
Because I know my man can outdance all of them.
Really?
can't.
Oh,
Oh, now
well,
we got a
bring-
3-person
okay.
dance off.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The Boo
Oh yeah, the
Carlo.
Boo, the Boo can move.
Yeah.
and Bergman
You know what? I'm
in
betting
a
on-
dance off.
I'm betting on Bergman.
No.
I would bet on Bergman also.
Oh, you guys would
You're
lose.
betting on Christian.
I'm betting on Christian or Carlo, but yeah,
By the
definitely.
way, while you were gone, Laura and Christian are thinking about going on some couples TV show.
Oh, yeah.
And Marcus Grant came up with a good name for him.
Okay.
Because they all need a name.
Yes.
So it's Chromo.
Oh.
Christian plus Romo.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Now,
Yeah.
did you decide
He
whether
didn't
or not
like
you're
it.
going to do the show?
No, we decided no. He's not a big fan of. I mean, both of us aren't. We
Everybody
just
told
thought it
them
was
do
kind
the
of fun.
show, and I said every couple that goes on one of those reality shows breaks up.
Yeah, it is true.
It's America's
it is true.
favorite couple, I think.
Okay,
that's what
but
they're
here's
doing.
the thing, Laura. You got to get the Boo in here to dance off against Carlo and Bergman. I'm
Oh,
not kidding.
I'll dance off all day with them.
I am so not kidding.
We got to pick a day.
I
You
think
know?
that is so
Or
good.
no,
I did the pony
are
once
the,
with
Are the Mandys coming back next year for
yes.
sure?
Yeah, Mandy's 4.
Okay.
I gotta show you a video that I recorded at Bingo just for you, Chris.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it every
just
night if it's
for
Christian.
No,
Just
no,
for
it's
you.
me. It's me.
53.
Yes.
He'll give me a B12.
All right, Brian, you got one
Bingo
more good
for
one, or
all.
do you want to save it for tomorrow?
I'll save it for tomorrow.
All right, there you have it. There is your What's Up Fool for today. Let's see. Coming up next for you, the fastest sideline reporter in America. We will do that coming up next.
And a reminder to anyone listening, to make a very long story short, Michael and Pepe are bored.
Oh.
And they have announced that they are coming in tomorrow just for fun.
Oh.
So Michael and Pepe.
Oh, boy.
will be
la-di-da.
Yes, will be in here tomorrow. Michael's doing Game of Games, and they'll be back. It may be their only appearance of the summer. We're not sure. Frankly, we'll see how it goes.
Focus.
Yes, but they will be in here tomorrow trying to focus. Michael
By the
and
way,
Pepe.
Good luck. Good luck for any of us being focused when those two guys are here.
Right.
Hell with it. Hell with it is what I say. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Focus.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
It's National Rescue Dog Day.
Oh, really?
See, Cap, you're kind of like a rescue dog. Sedano and I rescued you.
Seems that way.
And on the,
but I will say that a lot of
by
people...
the way, even though you think George and I get heated between each other, you know one way to get George back? Just make fun of you.
Well, a lot of people in our circle of trust, they understand the truth. They understand the reality. The reality is that I made Morales.
Wow.
I mean, that is just the reality of the situation.
So here's I would say Keyshawn made me like a personality at this station, but you very much in the second generation of this, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You and I have done a lot of bits together.
The 12-inch dog, you know?
Yeah, the Schwanz.
It was 24.
24?
It was 24.
Oh, the Glizzy. You're talking about the Glizzy, not the
It
Schwanz.
was 22 inches.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
I did 11 and a half.
Right, I did 10 and a half. That's
And then I eventually had heart failure, so how did it all work out?
Heart failure all for the bit.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis at the personal injury law offices of Joseph.
Hey, guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. No application fee if you apply by May 30th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
This is the next phase in my therapeutic work.
Nicole Kidman returns for the Hulu original 9 Perfect Strangers Season 2.
Breathe in, breathe out.
This is safe?
We take you back to a core trauma. Breathe in, breathe out.
She is manipulating us.
Breathe in, breathe out. While you're resisting.
Is it too late to get a refund? The all-new season of 9 Perfect Strangers is now streaming on Hulu and Disney+. New episodes Wednesdays.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Yes, indeed. 2:03 on a live WG Tuesday. The great Bob Dupree. Bob Dupree had some hits, man. Did he? And you could tell by some of his other songs, he brought the big deck energy. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. So he had Steal Away.
Yeah.
Did he have Hot Rod Hearts?
Hot Rod Hearts.
Any more?
Brooklyn Girls. And there's one more. Hold on. I got a whole Bob Dupree playlist. I call him Bob.
You have a Bob Dupree
Because you know
playlist.
when he walked into a club, it just all stopped.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Look, it's labeled Bob Dupree in my phone.
That's crazy, and it's all Bob Dupree.
I'm No Stranger. Listen to I'm No Stranger.
that.
Oh, it's a good one.
So we had this conversation before I left, and Ireland disagrees
So by the way,
with
the big deck energy is a yacht really crew bit.
Oh, okay, good.
Get it,
I like
decks?
it. Yeah, BD.
Yeah, but
energy.
big deck because you have a deck, when you're
right,
got yacht
right.
rock.
So, anyways,
I didn't know if you got it or not.
no, I definitely got it. So I have said, and Ireland does not agree with me, that we are playing a jingle that I think could be released on Kiss FM. It would play right between Sabrina Carpenter and Justin Bieber.
This
it
is
would be
the
a big
dumbest
hit.
take of the
Okay,
year.
now wait a minute. Listen to it, because a couple of times I've opened my mic and said, Mason and Ireland, and it was the jingle. So, Brian, go ahead and hit this next big hit.
Find what you love what you find. A total wine and more. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines.
Chris, please tell him that he is out of his mind.
It's not a bad jam.
It's a good jam.
Come on, it's good.
I mean, the fact that
I will give you this. If I follow your premise down a rabbit hole,
yes,
it sounds a little like Dua Lipa.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah. It's like levitating. It could play right next to levitating.
And by the way, Total Wine and More, I don't go there as much anymore these days, but when I did.
You go for the more.
It's a great place.
Yeah. He can't do the more.
No, he can't do the Total Wine.
I can do the more.
This is where Juan gets all his wine.
No, it's a great place.
Total Wine has got
And now
everything.
they got a hit jingle. But is it a jingle or is it a song?
I think it's more of a song.
Yeah.
I think it's more. It'd go in hot rotation on Kiss.
And you think hot rotation?
Hot rotation on Kiss. Once every 45 minutes. Is that
It'd be
not
a-
hot rotation?
It'd be a power single?
It would be a power single. All right, so Ireland, you came across this story about a sideline reporter.
Right. So I was a sideline reporter for the Lakers for 10 years. And the one thing I would say to people that are doing that job is keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Because you never know when somebody's trying to one-up you or somebody's trying to pull one over on you. It happened last night to a guy named Steve, I think it's pronounced Gelbs.
Gelb, it looks like. Gelbs?
It has an S on the end,
Okay.
yeah. He is the Mets sideline reporter. And Francisco Lindor had a walk-off, a sacrifice fly that won the game for the Mets. So he's interviewing Lindor. And you'll hear this. Lindor sees two of his teammates trying to sneak in behind him with a big bucket of Gatorade to dump it on it. But Lindor kind of sniffs it out and then uses the sideline reporter as a human shield.
A meat shield.
The whole bucket goes right on top of Gelbs. Here's what it sounded like.
As soon as they hit the ball, everybody thought it was home run, but I see you guys. And then you have Torrens coming in. Come here. Well played. Well played. Yeah. We all got to get it. We all got to get it. You mentioned Tyrone Taylor as we power through here.
Gelbs got it.
All of it.
All
on
of it.
Gelbs.
And did
Lindor-
anything wind up on Lindor?
Almost nothing.
Oh, wow.
Brian, did you watch it when you laid the sound in?
Yeah, I don't
All
think
right.
anything got on Lindor.
Okay, so here's my question. If you're Gelbs, did he actually play this right? Because here we are. It went viral.
Yeah, right.
We're talking about it.
Sure.
Or did he screw it up, Brian? What do you think?
I think he played this right. Anytime you have a chance to get a Gatorade bat, you got to take it. I mean, he may never get this chance again.
Right.
Well, and we don't run this or talk about him or do anything
Right.
if he doesn't
If he
play
doesn't
it the
get
way he played. If he
dunked
would
on, yeah.
if he would have tried to run away,
Right.
it would none of this happens.
Right.
So I think in a weird way, Gelbs kind of did the right thing here.
Right.
By taking one for the broadcast team.
So when I was doing Dodger games, and I did filled in for Kirsten Watson or Alana Rizzo back in
By
the
the way,
day.
see, Alana's back in. She got the Red Sox job.
Oh, good for her.
So she's now
Love Alana.
She's doing what she used to for the Dodgers for the Red Sox.
So Justin Turner hit a walk-off double or something, and so
You're on the field
I was
interviewing
on the
Turner?
field doing the interview, and I saw them coming, but it was Turner that got it. JT got it. I got out of the way. I ran a little bit out of the way because I could see those
now
guys
that
coming.
you know this, now that you see Gelbs, would you
Should've
have done
just-
it differently?
Yeah, I should
Because
just-
you like being in the spotlight.
I should have protected.
No, he likes to say if there's a spotlight, he wants to be in it. That would have put you in it.
I would have been the human shield, and you'd be talking about me.
Right.
So
But,
I think Gelbs. What about you, Lar?
Oh, 100%. When viral, that's what you want. You want to go viral. And for these kind of moments, it's not a bad moment, so I love it.
Yeah. No, it's a good one. It's a good one. So, you know what I wanted to get to? This is so good. John, there's a story out there where the Lakers considered trading Kobe Bryant.
Well, they tried to trade him after him and Dr. Buss met in 2008.
Yeah.
Dr. Buss said, and you know this story, that Kobe gave him a list of places where he'd want to be traded to.
Yep.
And one of them was Chicago.
Yep.
And the Bulls refused to put Luol Deng in a deal for Kobe Bryant.
Right, crazy.
And they killed it.
I've
never heard this one, the one you're talking about.
This is Brian Windhorst. According to multiple sources with direct knowledge of the event, the Lakers once contacted the Cavs to investigate whether Cleveland would make LeBron available in a possible Kobe Bryant trade. In the summer of 2007, Bryant was 28.
Before LeBron had ever won a title.
Correct. Kobe was 28, coming off a season where he scored 32 points a game. He was under contract for 2 more seasons, but he was frustrated with the Lakers. They were rebuffed by the Cavaliers. Cavaliers said, no, we won't move LeBron. But apparently 2007, there was a conversation about Kobe for LeBron.
Doesn't surprise me. They're both generational players.
Yeah.
Who's on that list now?
Like generational players?
Like guys that you would never think would be traded. Like Luka was one of them, and he got traded.
Yeah, I would have never thought Luka.
So I don't think Wemby can
no.
be traded.
Anthony Edwards, I don't think would be traded. In fact, they even asked at one point Luka for Edwards at one point.
Sedano swears
I know.
that's not
but
true.
But reportedly, that's the way it went.
Remember when the Clippers traded Shea?
Yeah, that's a good one.
For
good move.
Shea, Danilo Gallinari, 5 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps. You left a lot of stuff out.
There was a lot of stuff there.
But there are a handful of guys now that would, for whatever reason, teams are like. Do you think the Warriors, under any condition, would
I know
trade
what you're going to ask. Never, ever, never. That's a guy who's going to start and finish his career with Golden State. I don't think Steph would ever leave there. Do you? You think he'd go ring chasing?
That's not the question I asked you.
Oh, with the Warriors, I think that would be like trading Kobe. You can't trade Steph Curry.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But what if San Antonio calls and says, hey, we're nervous about this Wemby thing. The doctors say he's fine, but if you were willing to do it, we would take Steph for Wemby, run your medical records. Let's say you run the medical records and Wemby is fine. Don't you have to do that?
This is hypothetical,
yeah,
right?
Of course. Yeah.
Wemby's healthy.
The Spurs would never do this.
No, they never would.
But I'm just saying there are offers you can't refuse.
Don't you think he's one of those guys? Don't you think he's Tony Gwynn or one of these Kobe guys that start and finish their career in one spot?
But the Warrior, Joe Lacob has had the reputation of being willing to. I mean,
he's light years ahead.
Yeah, he let Clay go for nothing.
Right. Although Clay has slowed down a lot.
Right. What if? I don't think Denver would ever put Jokic on the market. Do you?
No. To me, he's the best player.
I don't think the Lakers
league.
would ever trade LeBron. I think LeBron has a no trade.
I don't think Lakers would ever trade Luka.
Well, we thought that the Mavericks would never trade Luka.
Yeah, but do you think it gets so? I saw a video they showed from Luka working overseas, and apparently he looks pretty lean.
Ozempic Luka?
I don't know that that's the case, but he definitely looks leaner than he did while he was playing.
He does look leaner, but that could be a good angle too.
Do the Knicks have a chance tonight, or
Yes.
did they empty their bag?
No, I think they got a chance.
I think Knicks bring it all back and take it. How about that in 7?
Knicks
and Reggie
in
Miller
7.
chokes on it again.
I'd love to see it. I know the NBA would love to see it because the idea of an Indiana OKC final doesn't get any ratings.
But that's how they say if Indiana OKC happens, then the NBA can see, we don't do stuff. The lottery was for real too.
Right.
That all happened on the up and up.
Sure. All on the up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a believer of that, right, John?
Of course.
All on the up and up.
Never would be
on the up and
Yeah,
up.
but there's people in the room, John. Don't you understand?
I know.
That's what Momo and Sedano say. There's people in the room.
Yeah, no, they're in
you
the room.
could never rig it if there was people in the
No,
room.
there's people, and there's a reporter. Jake is in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake Fisher's in the corner.
Yeah.
Can't see anything. No, they've held him back, so he can't see the
Stand
shenanigans.
back.
Stand back, Jake. We're arranging the envelopes now.
One thing, we have this game tonight, right, Chris?
Yes,
Knicks Pacers.
5 o'clock.
One thing about this series, if one team gets up by 20, don't turn it off.
No.
There have been 6 20-point comebacks in the playoffs this year. The Knicks have 3 and the Pacers have 2. So either one of these teams can come back from the dead.
All right, coming up next for you, John, I got a question for you. What is your first brush with fame? Your first brush with fame. First famous person you ever met, and how did it go? We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
I've never made a duty on a plane.
Really?
In my lifetime.
I would have never guessed that.
So shocked to hear that.
Wow.
Honestly, are you just like afraid of it? Like,
No,
what are you afraid of?
I just.
You don't want to walk out and everybody realizes it's you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Probably more like it.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no wait.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob. Hey guys, double down with me, Cappy, at the $10,000 Blackjack tournament June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Join us for a live broadcast from 3 to 6 p.m. and say double down with Cappy at the Player Rewards Desk for a free entry into the tournament, which starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Live radio, real cards, big prizes. Seats are very limited, so lock in yours now. RSVP for more info on the tournament details at espnla.com.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This Memorial Day, turn up the heat with the Home Depot. Find the perfect grill and patio set to keep the cookouts coming all season long. Grill up a feast with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill, only $229. And complete your space with the stylish Glen Ridge Falls 7-piece dining set, now on special buy for just $499 with free delivery. Take your Memorial Day cookout to the next level all summer long with the Home Depot. See homedepot.com/delivery for more details.
Not Redbone singing on this. Who is this? It's a different version.
It says Redbone re-recorded.
Oh, it's a re-recorded Redbone.
Oh, updated Redbone.
It's not the original Redbone.
No.
You got to get the original Redbone in there, BC.
Yeah,
Come on.
2:18
on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland. Well, you got to get the real Redbone.
I'd like the new and improved Redbone.
Doesn't cut through.
I have said for years he should update that. And now he finally has. So, hey, Brian Cohen, our Brian Cohen, hit a big parlay over the weekend. Brian, describe what you did.
First of all, how much did you bet?
Wait, what are we talking about here?
Are you talking about? No, it was Greg.
That was Greg.
That
That
was
was Bergman.
Greg.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh,
Bergman, get in here.
I thought you
No,
had
that
the
was
parlay.
No,
Bergman.
that was Greg. I think he
Let's get
invested.
Bergman.
I think it was like a $25
bucks
for
and won over
500.
$562.
And they were prop bets on the NBA game last night.
I'd like to, and they weren't star players. You know, they were like
It was
the,
like Alex Caruso over
Right,
1.5
Yeah.
threes.
It was-
Yeah.
it was smart play,
Shannon
smart
was
play.
in
Oh,
there.
Bergman's back.
Bergman's back.
Don't
Hey, we're
no
just
shot.
talking
Don't
about
take
it.
any shots.
Hey, Bergman, we're
no
just.
shots.
I thought
Nice.
Brian Cohen is the one that hit that
Yeah, we
parlay.
know, we know.
It was you.
Yeah, it was me. I hit it. It was a great parlay.
How much
too.
do you play?
I just really started playing on Underdog recently.
Yeah.
And I just hit. It was about a $562 win.
Yeah, no, you're
was
playing
great.
$25, which is like heavy. I've never bet $25 on a parlay.
I put $50 in. And I was like, I'll just put it all on this.
Yeah, it was a good
How
bet.
times have changed.
Yeah.
I used to suggest parlays. You two would mock
Well, that's
me.
the only
I'll
way
never
we-
bet a parlay. It's the dumbest thing you can bet on.
But John, it's
Bergman's like, I'm the new parlay king.
It's the only way to make these bets. We
Right.
can't get regular
Right.
gambling.
I can't make
I've
money
been
if I
telling you
don't
gu-
make.
What? Hello?
But
I've
this-
been
that was
telling
on
you guys that
Mythical.
for
But
5
you're doing
years.
it with mythical money. You could bet just the
Right.
game straight up. You don't need a parlay. You need a parlay.
Yeah,
at
parlays are more
Underdog.
fun, right, Greg?
Yeah, that was a lot more fun, especially when you actually win it.
Right.
Yeah, right. When you hit it,
Well,
it's big.
If they
The
suck when
best
you
part
lose.
about this, and social team in the back, let's cut this up, is them setting it up, going to Brian and him going, what?
What are you talking about?
so confused.
And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, that's Greg. And then here comes Greg.
Because, Brian, you're a regular player, too.
Yes, over this weekend though, I lost every bet.
You lost
so,
every
yeah.
bet. There you go.
Hey, Bergman, since you're here,
Yes, Bergman, since you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
what did you think of this story that UCLA football, other Big Ten coaches expected to devolve into a circus around this Nico Iamaleava? Is that how you pronounce it? Iamaleava?
Yeah.
That he is so polarizing that it's going to bring down the whole program. What do you think?
It very well could. That's what the thought was when he was in Tennessee too. He was not like a
But he
good
got into
locker
the
room guy.
playoff.
He was not a good locker room guy. He didn't. It was really only all in it for himself.
In it for himself, that's
Yep.
for sure.
That was exactly what the whole thing behind him was. So I hope it. I don't think it's going to pull everything down. But they had another guy, McIntyre. He went back over to Tennessee. It was almost like a switch. The quarterback that they got from Appalachian State went back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then we had him here. He was supposed to be great.
All right, so here's what a coach said. If Nico wasn't a local kid, I don't think UCLA and Nico end up together. It's going to be fascinating to watch. It's hard to understand if you're in Nico's camp. This is a less talented roster than Knoxville, and they're rebuilding the offensive line with portal guys, a new offensive line coach, and a new coordinator.
Yep.
So that's what they're saying. Well, if you have a quarterback that's only in it for himself and you have all those other new parts,
Right.
it might not work.
Yeah, I mean, I think they need to tailor the offense to him.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
his strengths to keep him
As someone who
happy.
watched most UCLA games last year, we need to tailor the offense to something.
To something, exactly.
Actually find your strength.
Yeah, last year it was not tailored to anything.
Yeah, but this Nico guy was supposed to be like the 13th ranked quarterback in SEC. He wasn't all that great.
Yeah, but he was the year he came out of high school. He was the number 2 QB behind Arch Manning.
And early projection here. This is from I don't know who it's from. They rank. I have no idea. It's from UCLABruins.com or whatever that is.
one of them
Do you watch
sites.
that?
Yeah.
They rank the top 10 Big Ten quarterbacks, and he ranks number 7.
Well, that's not terrible.
So no,
It's
7.
Drew Allard from Penn State, Luke Altmaier from Illinois, Julian Sayin, Ohio State, Dante Moore, Oregon. He's really good. Fernando
Used to play at
Mendoza,
UCLA.
Indiana,
Right.
Dylan Raiola from Nebraska, and then Nico Iamaleava. By the way, Jaden Maeva from USC is ranked the 9th best quarterback in the
I
conference.
still don't understand. Do you guys understand why USC is going with this kid at quarterback? If they could go out and buy any quarterback they want,
I mean,
They didn't do it. They didn't buy.
Here's the thing. No, they signed, right? Yeah, they signed.
yeah, I don't get it. They're USC. They
look,
paid Caleb
here's
like $4 million.
Right, but here's the
the way
thing.
to do
I
it.
think they must really like him. Don't you think? If Lincoln Riley didn't like him,
Either
they would
that-
have dumped him back into the transfer portal.
Greg, either that or they couldn't get their guy. Their guy became too expensive and they couldn't get him.
Who was the quarterback last year?
Jade Maeva. Oh,
before
Miller Moss.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said last year. Well, they believe in Miller Moss. Obviously, he believes in Miller Moss. That's why he's the quarterback. That's why they didn't go out into the portal and get somebody.
Miller Moss
Instead,
he was
terrible.
He was just okay. He was not terrible. He was just okay.
But that was the exact same thing. That what you're saying about Maeva, obviously Lincoln Riley likes him, is the exact same conversation we had last year.
I'll tell you, I think Hussein Longstreet, the guy that they signed, local kid, I think he has a chance to be the guy. Right? True freshman, yeah. True freshman. And by the way, we're all geared up for the class of 26 anyway.
I would hope so.
Class of 20, number one recruiting class in America, 26.
Well, they lost their number one recruit from that class,
still
the linebacker.
Still according to 24/7, number one recruiting class in the country.
I'm going to soak a few flames here. So, now we do this YouTube show when we go to the NBA playoffs on 710.
Yes.
We continue on YouTube.
Yeah, I like that.
So last week it was Cappy, Beto, and I.
Pretty loose, right?
It loosened up, and then we got real, talking about the history of the station and stuff. And then Beto said, how much nicer it is now than the old days, culture-wise.
Yeah, I agree with him.
And gave me a lot of credit, and Greg and stuff.
I agree with him.
Talked about how in the old days you weren't a great locker room guy.
Let me see.
That's a long time ago, though.
Yeah, really.
Not since I've been here.
But Beto really.
I don't even think we're in this building when
no,
that
he was talking about the La Cienega days.
Yeah, it was La Cienega. That was
Mace
a dark
was real
place.
tough. Yeah,
that was a really.
You'd wear sunglasses.
It was dark rooms. Joe McDonough was there. It was
Joe liked to work with
he
all the
worked
lights
in the
on.
dark, and it was very.
And he was, and that's why Beto didn't want to come back, specifically because of having to work with you again.
Oh, really? Well, now he's back and he's happy.
And he says
I've evolved.
That you're a better locker room guy.
I am the ultimate locker room guy.
And I think we should talk about it at Super Cross Talk.
Ultimate locker
3
room
o'clock
guy.
today.
Hey, Bergman, I saw Mission Impossible.
How was it?
It is awesome.
Awesome. I thought, but you don't like him.
It is awesome. I now believe he does do his own stunts.
He does not.
Thank you. Finally,
I talked to one of his co-stars. His name is Tarzan Davis. He's on Ethan Hunt's team.
What a name!
Yeah, it's a great name. He says he was there for all of it, and it's all totally legit. The part where he is on the wing of the plane, is definitely real. You can even see, at one point,
you can see a 5'3" guy running around.
No, you can see the wind blowing into his. He's kind of like this.
Yeah,
because he's in the wind.
I think Anthony.
I'm glad you changed and we're on our side. The real side.
This morning, Anthony Gex from our social media team, he said he fell asleep during it.
It's a long ass movie.
Gex, whatever.
It's a long ass movie, and there's a bunch of mumbo jumbo, and I don't care. I'm there for the stunts. The underwater stuff is great, and the plane stuff.
Did you eat popcorn?
I did not. I'm on a health kick right now.
Popcorn's
one of the worst things for you. 1,000 calories a bag.
Oh my!
Lights out.
So I had
maybe that's what happened to Anthony Gex
or
Gex.
Gex.
Ireland. What was that?
No, I'm out. I tried. My rule is I try 3 times to get it in. If I don't get it in, I'm out.
All right.
That's Brian Cohen's rule too.
Yes, it is. All right. Coming up next for you, the story of cheese and a lot of British dum-dums. That is next. In the meantime, it is the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. Last few days. And, I've talked a lot about my mental health issues over the years. I was diagnosed bipolar 1 back in 2000. And I've managed that and have had great counseling along the way, great psychologist, great psychiatrist. You got to have somebody to talk to if you're experiencing anything troubling, whether it is anxiety or depression or the world is coming at you too fast, you feel overwhelmed, or relationship problems. You got to talk to somebody. BetterHelp has got 35,000 therapists available to you right now on their platform. Everybody is better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
Do people still have voicemail memos anymore? You've reached DeMarco Farr's phone.
I do.
No one does fun ones anymore. No one does the faking out ones or whatever.
Oh, you used to give it some thought. Hours on my Remember when you have to record a song in the background?
Yes.
You reach my voicemail and then it's Michael Jackson or whoever was playing in the background.
Me and my brothers got in the biggest fight in the world because we couldn't sync up the song with what we were doing. And we messed it up 5, 6 times. We just started fighting over it.
I remember when we were in college, my roommate Antonio and I, the answering machine tape would be we were answering hello. And then there'd be loud music in the back and
hey, be quiet, I can't hear what they're saying.
And
hello?
It's no.
Man, will you turn it down?
It's so stupid.
I hate those.
Because it gets somebody the first time, every time.
Yes.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
When you make your first $10 wager, download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Who doesn't like the Caribbean Queen?
Billy Ocean. Even I know this one.
Thank you.
This
That
is
makes
from my DJ days.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you. 2:30 p.m. on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland.
WRQN.
The great Jacob and Ronnie Game of Games coming up in just a few
Yes.
minutes. By the way, speaking of games, now you're a big poker guy.
I am. I love poker.
But have you ever thought about playing blackjack against Cappy?
I like blackjack a lot. I am good.
Are you?
I am very good.
Well, then you could play in the $10,000 blackjack tournament with Cappy and friends.
Oh,
Or
nice.
just Cappy. And me.
Is it
I'll be
Cappy
there.
and friends?
No, it'll be
No,
Cappy,
it's
myself,
Cappy,
producer
yeah.
Lindsay Baseball.
Not,
Go to ESPN.
not the other Cappy.
No,
and
no,
friends.
no. No,
Yeah.
not those guys.
No, not
those
those
guys
guys.
try to call us out.
Yeah.
Listen, you medium market hacks. You couldn't hold my headphones.
Who are you talking about?
The two
The
clowns
people
he does
that
the show with.
Cappy does the other show with.
They were like calling DeAndre and Beto and me out. Like, oh, you guys copy this show. Yeah, I wouldn't
Copy that
it.
show. I've never heard that show.
Nobody has.
Oh!
Okay. Park West Bicycle Casino, Friday, June 6th. We're going to be there, broadcasting live, and then the Cappy $10,000 Cappy Blackjack tournament. Go to ESPNLA.com and RSVP because limited seats are available. Maybe we'll get Mace there to play some blackjack.
I would love to play some blackjack.
You like to get hit on 18?
I do not hit
Because Cap
on
did
18.
that last week on YouTube.
Oh,
and we're
my
like, what
God.
are you doing?
He hit on
He
18.
hit on
He did.
18?
And then he busted all over the place.
Yeah.
Did the dealer have 20 or something? Or
No, we did it in here.
Oh.
Oh, you did it in here? And
Idiot.
He hit on 18?
Well, he is an idiot.
Tell him to read Beat the Dealer. We'll tell him everything he needs to know.
Yeah.
Or a Radio 101 book.
I'm a big card counter.
Are you really?
But the problem is
this is a beautiful mind. I can keep track of everything.
Mace, the problem with card counting is now that all these decks have shoes. I mean, all these
But
casinos have shoes.
Do you ever count?
Yeah, but if they have shoes, it doesn't matter.
See, I just count aces and faces.
But
and,
wait a minute.
and it tilts
a
one
shoe
way.
has 6 decks.
I know, but still, aces and faces.
Yeah.
And if
you
you go
have
down
a single deck, you can do
If you
it.
go downtown, you can play double deck under that thing, that stupid thing they've got in downtown Vegas. That
I'm
thing.
so confused
At
right
the
now.
Four Queens.
At the Four Queens, exactly.
Yeah.
All right,
Four
so
queens, aces, and faces.
I
I
don't
know.
Well, we're talking gambling here, Chris. You were talking about a.
It's the one addiction I avoided in
Yeah.
life.
Well, you can now
So
that
far.
now that you've got rid of the rest of them. All right. So, John, have you heard of the 2025 Gloucester cheese roll?
Yes.
Okay.
It's visually, it's good video.
It's
what we used to
great
call
video.
in the TV news business a good kicker.
Yes.
That you air at the end of the show.
So every year they do this hill cheese rolling thing.
Right. They take a giant roll of cheese and they roll it down a hill and
A
everybody
very steep
chases
hill.
it.
Yeah, a very steep hill, and then everybody
And all
falls
the people,
after it.
Yeah, start doing somersaults.
And whoever gets the cheese at the bottom of the hill is the one that wins the prize. And I don't know what they're playing for.
I
But
think
it's
they're playing for the wheel of cheese.
Oh, yeah, free cheese. That's
Yeah.
a good deal.
What kind of cheese is it?
I have no. It's a wheel of it. It's
What is it? A mozzarella, a cheddar, Swiss?
No word on that.
Oh.
No word on that. Nowhere in the story. But I still love the spectacle of it. I'll tweet out a link to it. It is amazing and funny to watch.
But
And
like people get hurt going after the wheel, right?
people all got hurt. There's no way you didn't get hurt.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
They're just basically falling down a hill. For all intents and purposes, that's what they're doing. All right, John, I asked this earlier. What was your very first brush with fame? And I found...
Like when I was a kid?
Yeah. Now, so I found somebody whose first brush with fame was 6 years old, and she was walking Madonna's dog every day.
Okay.
Her name, at 6 years old, Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
She was Madonna's dog walker. That was her first brush with fame. What is your first brush from fame when you look back at your history?
I'll be surprised if any of you know who this is.
Okay.
You'll know.
Okay.
Mason, or Chris, you might know.
Okay.
Do you guys remember Red Skelton?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yes.
Okay.
He's a legend.
I'm at a Denny's in Palm Desert with
Oh,
my
wow.
family, and my mom goes, "That's Red Skelton." And I went, "Who's that?" She goes, "He's like one of the funniest people alive. He's a really successful comedian. Go ask him for his autograph." I'm like, "Really?" I don't even
Your
know who
mom
he
wanted
is.
Red Skelton's autograph.
She wanted me to go ask.
Yes.
So I walked over to him with a pen and a piece of paper, and he said, "My thanks, Red Skelton."
Very nice.
Like, I only had 2 people turn me down
Who?
for in my early years as an autograph seeker, and then
Okay.
I just stopped asking.
Yeah.
The first one was Bill Russell.
Oh.
He did not like to be bothered.
Very salty.
Yes, and did not like to sign autographs. And the other one, and this was weird, Peter Marshall, the host of Hollywood
Yeah,
Squares,
Pete Lecoq.
was at an Angel game.
Yep.
Pete Lecoq was the first baseman
Yep.
for the Royals. That was Peter's son.
Yep.
And I said, "Hey, can I?" And he goes, "I'm trying to watch the game. Get out of here."
I always thought Peter Marshall should have just gone by Pete Lecoq. It's so
You made
much
it- made
more
it more
interesting.
popular.
Yeah.
It is.
It is more interesting. Brian, first brush with fame.
Off the top of my head, I think probably like 6-year-old Brian with Randy Jones. He had like a little camp that I went to as a little leaguer.
The
You know?
pitcher.
Yeah.
Doesn't he still? He probably still has that barbecue
He's
down
the
there.
last
still
guy-
does, yeah.
I think he's the last guy to flirt with 30 wins.
I
in a
think that's
season.
right,
He finished
yeah.
like with 27 wins. or
Laura,
something.
first brush with fame.
Okay, so I'm sure I have another one, but the one that I remember, I was a 17-year-old, and you guys probably have no idea who this is, but MC Magic.
Oh, yeah, MC Magic.
I was going to go to one of his concerts, and we were lost. And
You don't know
asked-
nothing about no MC Magic,
I
Mace. Don't
don't.
lie. I do.
Yeah,
but
I
you
do
don't.
too.
No, it's just a-
and MB
joke.
writers, if you don't know. So yeah,
You don't know nothing about no MB writers either.
no, you don't.
No.
But I asked him. I was like, "Hey man, do you know where the MB writers concert is going to be?" And he
Uh-huh.
looked up because he's a very short guy, and I was like, "Holy bleep, it's MC Magic." I just asked the artist where his concert was. He was super cool.
Wow. That's a
Super
good one.
You don't know nothing.
Mine
about
was
no MC
Bob
Magic.
Feller.
Bob Feller.
Oh, I dealt with him once. He was a crank.
What an a-hole that guy was. I'm telling you, we went to a baseball clinic at Ned Skeldon Stadium with me and my brother. And my brother was trouble. But he was like joking a little
Is this
bit.
the brother you like or the one you don't like?
The one, I like them both.
Oh.
He was kind of goofing around a little bit, and Bob Feller got in his face, and he was probably 7 years old, and said, "You do not respect the game. You do not respect me." And my little brother Brian ended up leaving that place in tears. He was the worst.
That is par for the course.
Oh
with
yeah,
Bob
he was
Feller.
always that way.
Yeah.
After that, it was Jay Leno. I met Jay Leno, and he couldn't have been nicer. Couldn't have been a cooler guy.
Well, he's a nice guy. it
He
seems
is a
like.
nice guy. We should get Jay on the show.
Let's get Jay on the show. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a nice guy?
Yeah, because he's a nice
Oh, okay.
guy.
Let's get Jay on the
He
show.
follows sports.
Okay, why not?
Yeah, why not?
He could talk about cars and
You want
stuff.
Jay on the show?
What would we ask him?
Stuff about his cars.
Ask him
stuff
about that whole Conan thing.
Yeah, stuff about Conan, stuff about where he got into the accident, all that stuff. Jay's funny.
We should have Jay on the show.
You're not warming up.
John
to the
didn't
idea.
seem that thrilled
He's
about
not, John's not a big fan of guests on the show.
No, I used to always want guests, and then Chris, you said we should never have guests.
That's not
ever.
what I said.
No.
And you showed me research that backed it up.
Did
And
I
so
not?
I backed. Well, Bergman was the worst possible producer for me because he doesn't like guests and doesn't like calls.
But now we're in a new world.
Yes,
We're
Laura
allowed
is, Laura is open to anything.
Yeah, no,
Well, I didn't mean just the Laura part, but also technology-wise, we're not stuck by the metrics as much.
Oh yeah, and metrics. I never learned the metric system.
Yeah.
I have no idea
Remember
how it
they
works.
used to tell you, we're all going to be in the metric system
right.
by 1980.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. What happened to that?
We're still driving 60 miles per hour.
45 years later. Screw
Exactly.
the metric system.
All right, Jacob is here. We're going to play some game of games. I've got a very unusual game.
All right, so wait a minute. We're doing Mason's game, Laura?
Beto's pissed.
Yeah, Mason's game.
Because Jacob's here, we don't want to.
Okay.
I mean, unless we want to do Beto's game.
No, I think we should do your game.
Did Beto go to a lot of trouble?
I think he did, but
Wait, will his game not hold for Thursday?
he's
well,
not
he
here
may not
Thursday.
be here. He just happens to be. Let's do Beto's game.
Up to you.
I say, let's do Beto's
All
game.
right, let's see if he's around.
Yeah, see if he's around. If not, I got a game.
We've got him. We're covered on multiple fronts.
Somebody is going to do a game of games. Coming up next, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal.
Oh, Olivier! He drops to his knees and implores the heavens.
The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is my game, as it turns out today, and it's Jacob and Ronnie joins us. Hi, Jacob. How are you? Nice to have the real deal in studio. This is a brand new game. It's called the Memory Game, John.
Okay.
I've got a question from each of my last 9 games.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you the game and give you the question. Let's see how much you remember. Now, Jacob, you've been here on a lot of these Tuesdays.
Fantastic.
So you've got a shot here.
Let's do it.
Here's number 1. This is from a game called The Average Game. What is the average annual income for a resident of L.A. County? It is either $49,000 or $68,000, Jacob.
68.
68, Ireland.
68.
68, Brian.
68.
68, Laura.
What was the other one? Sorry.
49 or 68?
I'll go 49.
Yeah, Laura. Come on.
Oh.
Come on, Laura. Everyone's got it. 68. So, did you guys remember it, by the way?
I think I did.
I did.
Okay.
I
did not.
Jacob did. Okay.
Yes.
Number 2, this is a birthday game. 4-time Grand Slam winner Carlos Alcaraz turned 21. He loves chess. There's even a bot on chess.com that allows people to simulate playing against him. John, is that fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction. Brian?
Fact.
Fact. Laura?
Fiction.
Fiction. Jacob?
Fiction.
It is 100% a fact. And you said, I don't believe it, the last time we did the
Yeah.
question.
It's like it just goes to show you.
I don't like when you're back. I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah, Laura, you're struggling here. All right, number 3. Name something an athlete might break. This is from Family Feud game. Name something an athlete might break. The number 1 answer is either a bone or a record. Brian Cohen.
Record.
Record. Laura.
Bone.
Bone. Jacob.
Bone.
Bone. Ireland.
Record.
Record. The correct answer. Bone.
Yeah, I got
Laura's
one.
on the board, and then Jacob got that,
Yeah,
right?
Jacob's 2, Brian's 2, Laura's 1, Ireland's 1.
Okay.
Number 4. This is a Lakers fact or fiction game we played a number of weeks back.
Okay.
Luka Doncic plays Overwatch 2. He is one of the top 500 players on the planet. Is that fact or fiction, Laura?
Go fact.
Fact. Jacob.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you say the question?
Yeah, Luka Doncic plays Overwatch 2, which is a video game.
Video game.
And he's
okay.
one of the top 500 players on the planet. Is that fact or is that fiction?
I will go with fiction.
Fiction. Ireland.
Fiction.
Fiction. Brian.
Fact.
Fact. Brian, did you remember it?
I thought I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you were not sure about
Well,
it when
I
we
got it
actually
too. I
did
got
it.
it too.
Oh,
I
Laura got
remember.
it? Okay, so Laura and Brian 3, Jacob 2, Ireland 1.
Okay. My memory is leaving me.
Number 5. This is
Don't worry,
the
Ireland,
Dodger
I feel you.
play-up song game.
Okay.
The song is You Could Be Loved by Bob Marley. Is that the play-up song for Kirby Yates, Michael Conforto, or Ben Kasparius? Jacob?
Conforto.
Conforto, Ireland.
I don't remember this question the first time we had it. Yeah, Conforto's the oldest of those 3, so I'll go Conforto.
Conforto. Brian?
Give me Kirby Yates.
Kirby Yates. And Laura?
I also don't remember, but I'm going Kasparius.
It is Kirby Yates. Brian, did you remember that?
Yeah, and it fits his liking, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
I think
Hawaiian
I got
guy.
it right the first time.
Yeah, Brian's running away
Yeah,
with it.
He remembers everything. All right, number 6. This is the Tax Day game from April the 15th. Gangster Al Capone went to prison for tax evasion. Among his close friends, he had an unusual nickname. It is either Snorky or Bandit. Snorky or Bandit. I think we're starting with Ireland on this one. Snorky
I
or
remember this
Bandit?
when you asked it. I don't remember what I guessed. I'm going to go Snorky.
Snorky. Brian.
Snorky.
Snorky. Laura.
With the crowd, snarky.
Snorky. Jacob.
Yes.
Snorky is the correct answer. Yeah. Brian, did you remember it?
I did not.
Okay,
I did.
not. Took a shot. All right.
I got it right back then.
Number 7. This is a game called Where He Play.
Okay.
Where He Play. Adam Fox, Where He Play. It is either the New York Rangers, the movie Talladega Nights, or the Texas Rangers. Where He Play. Brian.
Let's go Rangers.
Going with the Rangers. Laura.
I got this one wrong last time, and I think it is the Rangers.
Rangers. Jacob.
I'll go with the crowd.
Rangers and Ireland.
I'm pretty sure it is Rangers.
Rangers is the correct answer. Did anybody actually remember it? Laura,
I got it wrong,
you
so
did
I remember it, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
How many are left?
There are 2 left.
All right, I'm out.
What's the score?
Brian 6, Laura 5, Jacob 4, Ireland out. Jacob, you got to go different on both of these.
Okay.
Number 8. This was a game called Hooper, Leader, or Ham. A basketball player, a world leader, or an actor. The name is Alexander Stubb. Is that a hooper, a leader, or a ham? Brian.
Leader.
Says leader. Laura?
I'll go ham.
Going ham. Jacob?
Do I have to go opposite
Yeah.
Laura?
You
as
have to
well?
go opposite
Brian.
Brian.
What'd you guess?
Leader.
So you
Okay.
got to guess one of the other
Hooper
ones.
or ham?
I will go ham.
The correct answer. He is the leader, the president of Finland. So, yes, he is a leader.
I think that locks it up for Brian.
That locks it up for Brian. Yeah,
Wow.
Brian. That's impressive.
Good job.
Thank you.
We'll do hey, by the way, Brian, this was worth 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work for him. Whatever.
We'll do the last one just for fun. This is from the USA or Japan game. This country is home to the world's tallest roller coaster. Is it Japan or is it the U.S., Jacob?
Japan.
Japan. Ireland.
I'll go U.S.
U.S. Brian.
U.S. of A.
U.S. of A. And Laura.
Sure, U.S.
U.S. is the correct answer. It's at Six Flags in New Jersey. Which leads us to a tiebreaker. We'll just throw out there for fun, Laura. This will be good for you.
No.
This is a tiebreaker that we did use in the USA versus Japan game. If you add the population, now remember this, if you add the population of the United States to the population of Japan, what is the total? So population of the U.S. plus population of Japan, what is the total? Everybody jot down a number or think of a number. Laura, what do you got? I always love Laura's guesses.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. I'm just going to go 1 billion.
1 billion, okay. Brian?
4.2 billion.
4.2 billion.
Okay, never mind. You won higher.
Okay. John?
650 million.
650. And Jacob?
999 million.
John takes the point. It's 456 million, which puts Laura about half a billion away.
Well,
Brian, what was your guess?
4.2 billion.
4.2.
Yeah, see, I
4
wouldn't
billion
have that.
Well, the only thing I guessed on was they're about 300 million.
Yeah,
people.
333 million, and Japan's got 123 million for the answer of 456.
Japan. I think I was thinking about China.
It's pretty small. Pretty small. All right, there you have it, Game of Games. Now, Jacob, over the weekend, I mentioned this. My friend Freddie Prinze Jr. had a buddy who was in an accident.
Hi, Freddie.
And I immediately connected him to you, Jacob. And he was smart because he got connected with you almost right after the accident, right?
Absolutely, and even on a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, right.
And,
And you picked up the phone.
No, absolutely. Of course, I'll always pick up the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in a situation like this, he was in a rideshare accident. He was having some pain, ended up going to urgent care just to get himself checked out.
Yep.
But the things that he was explaining to me, even though I have no clue in terms of medicine, but
right.
all these cases, I said, you're going to be hurting a lot more when you wake up. And he woke up, this morning, and he could barely get out of bed.
Right.
So, he's at the ER this morning, and, we've set him up with a number of doctors because he doesn't have people to go to himself.
And with you, he's in really good hands.
I think the most important, he feels like he doesn't have to worry about it. And I he said that to me, and I was appreciative of that, is he is going to be, in good hands in terms of knowing his rights. He is badly injured, so, health first. And we've got him going, so hopefully we'll be able to take care of this all the way to the end for him.
Excellent, excellent. It's 100 days to the NFL season, Jacob.
I am excited.
100 days.
I am excited.
So Rams season is coming up. How are you feeling about this Rams team?
I am super excited about this Rams team, and I'm looking forward to it. In a few weeks, we'll be going to mini camp with them.
Are you going to go to Hawaii?
I will be there, yes.
Oh, very nice.
So that should
Maui
be
camp.
fun. And listen, this team looks really, really good. I hope they perform the way we see it, and they're excited about it. So
I'm going to make 2 predictions. Okay. If Matthew Stafford plays every game, Rams go 12-5.
It's so funny. I have 12-5 also.
If Matthew Stafford misses more than 3 games, I have him at like 9-8.
Yeah,
I think he's the whole ball.
He
game.
is hugely,
and Jimmy G doesn't have a big arm, so it would be hard. Although McVay makes anybody a better quarterback. But I think the Rams could have a really good season.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
I think one of the things that's great about him, Byron Young has become a very close friend of mine.
Oh, nice.
And,
he is a real...
Yes.
We all talk about Jared Verse,
yes.
but Byron Young is great.
Right, and I see him all the time, and we talk, and he's just such a humble person. You can't even imagine that this is an NFL player, a star, really. And, that defense, I think that defense is going to win him a lot of games this year.
Yeah. Oh, no question. I think it's the best young defensive line in the league. By the way, Stafford and injury. This is interesting. I wouldn't have thought this. 2021, he played 17 games. 22, played just 9.
And that was the year they had a bad year, right?
Then he played all the games in 23 and all the games in 24.
Yeah.
So 3 of the last 4 years he's played all the games. So he's got a little bit of a bad rap on the injury thing, I think.
And as long as that the offensive line there protects him, they got another great tight end.
Yep.
They got another good running back. So there's a lot of stuff that's there that I think will make them even a better team than they were last year. They were really upset about that loss in Philly.
Well, I mean, it was right
tell
there.
you
They were the
that.
only ones who really gave the Eagles a run for their
I
money.
mean, seriously, it would have been 29-28 if. Oh God, who's the guy that missed the block? Bo Limmer missed the block. Jalen Carter sacked Matthews. That was the game. That was the game.
So it
not
should be
that
exciting.
I'm stuck in a moment or anything, but that one hurt.
But that's what we look forward to, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Jacob, it's great seeing you, man.
Great seeing you guys.
Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Game of Games is brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. Everybody loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters. I personally recommend Jacob to, as you heard, to my friends. He is here when you need a big win after an accident. Go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Awesome to see you, man.
Thank you.
Coming up next, Super Crosstalk, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
If you've been thinking about selling your home and you've heard about Seller's Advantage on the radio or seen them around town, you might be a little skeptical, wondering if they're just another shady company trying to take advantage. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes from sellers in Southern California for over 20 years. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and there's a reason they have some of the best reviews in town. Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer that can match what you'd end up with after paying for expensive repairs and agent commissions without the hassle of listing your home. Plus, they take pride in buying on your terms. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or, better yet, go to their website, sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy, teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. At BetterHelp, they have over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
All right, we have a development. Chris just walked in and said what, Chris?
Beto and Cap are boycotting Super Crosstalk.
Okay.
Beto is very upset that he was supposed to do Game of Games and put a lot of work into it, which for him is probably like 4 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you said, no, you're not doing his game.
But then we said...
And then you went on and did a game that was just recycled from old games.
I was confused by the whole Beto part.
Beto said he's boycotting, and now Cappy is walking in. I thought you were boycotting.
You're done with the boycott?
All right. The boycott lasted 1 minute.
So Beto is boycotting.
Okay.
Well, Beto didn't tell anybody until today. We blocked this stuff out a week in advance.
And then it was going to be, then it wasn't going to be, then it was going to be. The last thing was it is, and then Beto.
But is it true that you
no.
recycle the game instead of using Beto's
It's called a
game?
memory game. It's a question from 9 weeks ago.
I'm just asking, did you recycle? Because he's
Well,
claiming that you recycle.
As a technicality, yes, I did recycle, but it's called the
So
memory
you
game.
insulted
How
Beto,
many of these
but he's
questions do
insulted
you
now.
remember?
He feels insulted.
I can't control Beto. Beto's insulted.
Well, we could ban him.
I'm insulted that Beto's insulted.
Yeah, we could ban him.
Oh, we could ban Beto.
You're gonna ban Beto?
No.
A Beto ban?
I'm not a banner.
What are you talking about? You banned Michael.
I did
for
not
like
ban
3
Michael. I did
years.
not ban Michael. That is such a fiction. That is a total and complete fiction.
Should we bring Bergman in for a third time?
Yeah, let's
He's
do
the
it.
one. He's
Let's
the
get
one
Bergman
that
for a
banned
third
him.
time. I want third.
That's a Bergman ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bergman ban.
Where's Bergman? Get him in here.
Yeah.
Wait, you're banning Bergman?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
I was like, wait, what
No, he
happened
already
now?
tried that.
No,
We're
Wait.
talking about banning Beto.
and I say no.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we should ban Beto.
No, I mean Beto's fun. Cappy's
I
here.
like Beto.
Did you get a
Is he
little
fun?
love vote for us?
Wait, you guys want to ban Beto?
No.
We're discussing should we ban Beto for boycotting Supercross.
Yeah.
Where's your bullhorn?
Yeah, where's your bullhorn? Get yourself together.
Man,
You
you're a scumbag.
don't have a bullhorn, Cappy? Oh, he's like, hang on
Is it
a
a
second.
new bullhorn?
Oh, maybe it's a brand new bullhorn?
No, he doesn't. It's the same old.
It's the same old bullhorn?
But his bullhorn, it's got pop.
Yeah. All right, here we go. There it is. All right, now we can have Supercross talk. Cappy, what's going on, man?
So wait, so you were on vacation for the last week, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you've come back now today, first day back. And did you feel like relaxed and
Absolutely.
decompressed?
Super relaxed,
Okay.
yeah.
And then has the show gone well today?
I think so.
I think it's going pretty
Okay.
well.
Went fast.
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
it.
And then as Chris has just come in here to tell you about how you're being accused backstage
Yes.
of recycling games.
Right.
And Beto, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So Beto and I was like, Beto, are we going to have lunch today? And he's like, oh, no, I can't have lunch because I'm doing Game of Games. So
Who
then,
told him that?
okay, this is a good question.
Yeah, was he invited to do Game of Games?
Not
or
by
did
me.
he?
So
was-
Beto, okay, what happened was I got a text from Beto early in the morning. Hey, I was inspired. I wrote a game of games. Can I do it? I said, okay, let me ask the guys, which I did. You know, we had some back and forth, and they're like, yeah, fine. Beto
Who
can
said
just-
yeah?
I think it was the boys.
Yeah, I
decided.
said yeah.
Wait.
I never. The only thing I said was, you guys said, is Jacob doing a game? And that he did a game last week. It was actually
Right.
pretty good.
It was good.
And I said, no, Jacob's just going to be a player.
Yeah.
So
and
Mason
I
said
thought
yes.
we needed, and I said yes at the end. I said, okay, after much debate, I'll put my game on the back burner. Let's do Beto's game. Then Beto didn't come in, so we didn't have a game. So I did my game.
Well, Beto protested Game of Games because he thought you scrapped
we
his game.
invited him to do it.
And then you do a Fugazi game where you're just recycling games.
It's not a Fugazi game. It was the game
I
was
thought that
the
game was
memory
fine.
game. It's like, do you remember? By the way, Cohen remembered the most.
Great memory.
He remembered like four of the questions, and that was the game was testing.
So just because I need to know this, because
Okay.
so I know that I'm what I'm walking into
Yeah,
today, Mace.
yeah.
So Beto was still
here comes
very
Beto.
was very much still invited. Okay, wait a second. Okay,
How am I wrong?
Here comes Beto now.
I'm taking the ban off. I'm sorry, Mason.
Wait a minute. You
Take
can't
what
take
ban
the ban off. We banned you.
We didn't ban
I
you.
banned you guys.
I did not ban you.
Wait, so there was or was not a banning?
I didn't ban.
I'm in favor of a ban.
I'm against
I'm
a
banning all
ban.
of you guys.
I'm against a ban. Well, how
I'm
are
like
you banning
Larry
it in
David.
your
I'm
hair?
like Mocha Joe. I want everyone banned.
Everybody.
Yeah.
John, you're the best. Can't do no wrong to me.
And me?
Well, you
It's
just-
all
Why you mad at
wrong.
Mace?
All wrong. What
Okay.
have I done?
All right, let's
First
hear
of all,
your
you
side.
took the week off, and the LA radio station suffered.
I
No,
have
not really,
I
but-
do have a vacation.
Yeah. No. So what happened was this morning I texted Laura. And Laura, you're a
Yes.
bad person because you
Did
did
you
not
not
take.
text?
You didn't take any ownership right now?
Did you not
threw your
text?
host under the bus?
Yes, I
Go
did.
back to your text.
I
And
okay, hold
this
on.
morning.
Hold
This
on.
is great.
Oh, we have evidence.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, this is where I think the problem really lies.
So Laura did not communicate with her host, which I told her always take care of the host.
Right.
Wait,
No,
why
number
did
one.
I not?
In what
Okay.
sense did she not?
Yeah.
This morning I was like, hey, when can I write a game of games? Because I knew I was going to be here today early.
Yeah.
So when are you in? I said today. Stand by. I don't see why not, but let me ask. I would say just be
Which
ready
I
with
did.
it. I said already is. Now mind you, this is at 10:18 in the morning.
Okay.
The game was written. Boom, boom, boom. No problem. 11:35. Okay, you got the game today. It better be good. LOL.
I did say that because
Right.
Mason and I were talking during our prep time. 11:35.
I have now amended my opinion of this, unless you have more. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Then Kaplan texts me, hey, lunch? Like, sorry, I got game of games today. I can't do it.
Oh.
Driving here, there's a bad accident on the 110 and the 91.
Yes.
I take the side streets off to make sure I get here because Laura says the game's at 2:40.
Yes.
All right. Right here at 2:18. Don't hate me. Mason's going to do his game.
Which is true. He said he wanted to do his game because Jacob was in studio.
But it ended up being a Fugazi game.
Because Jacob was in studio.
So how is that bad?
Okay. So you told me no game. No
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
I went, had our meeting with Lindsay.
Yes.
No problem.
But
Then
still no
all
lunch.
of a sudden,
No lunch.
No lunch. Haven't eaten.
No
Right.
lunch.
No,
And
no
Kathy's
food.
very
I was,
hungry.
by the way,
Starving.
I was unclear about
That's
all this.
starving. And then all of a sudden, hey, Mason doesn't want to do his game.
Whoa.
No, Mason said.
Cappy, you were there.
No, Mason
Wait,
was
wait,
amenable to you doing
Wait,
the
I
game.
was totally into you.
Chris was there.
Hold on. I think what he's saying
I
is
was there.
I was in there with Lindsay, and Laura's like, hey, Mace
Wants to do his game.
Wants to do his game, and then says, hey, he doesn't want to do the game. You can do your game. I'm like, no. Don't
why
bench
wouldn't
me.
you just do it?
No,
Why
don't.
don't you do? Why can't you do the game on Thursday?
Why didn't
I'm
you
not
just
here.
do it? He's not here.
What days are you here this
Today.
week? This
That's
is the
it?
only day
Today's
you're
the
here.
only day?
Yeah,
and
tomorrow
your game
too.
won't keep.
Oh, it can keep forever.
Oh, keep
but,
it.
but
But
He
now
wanted
you're
to
done
do
with
it
games
today.
forever?
no, I was like, let me offer something to the show. As Chris
That's
was
very
saying,
nice
give him a
of
little
you.
boost here.
I actually think there was an. Laura is the agent for the show. She extended an offer to Beto to do Game of Games.
I did not. He
I offered-
extended it to
He
himself.
extended
I
an offer
offered,
to
and
himself.
she
No,
said
but
yes.
She accepted
Yes.
said offer.
And then said, hey.
Once the guys accepted.
She said,
Laura,
let
I
me
think
check
this
with the
is
guy.
your fault.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
wow.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yep, Laura,
It's not,
you're
but I'll
banned.
take it.
And then
That's
she-
fine.
Banned.
I still get paid.
So when she came to Lindsay's office and said, hey, you're up now. Like, no. I don't get benched and then get called back up. I'm nobody's second choice except for Morales. I'm fine there because, he and Sedano saved the
You
station.
did. You were second choice. He
I
said
know,
yes,
but- okay,
and then he benched you,
I
and
know
then
I'm
yes said
second.
yes.
I'm second, third, fourth. On this show, I'm like sixth choice. I already know my role. I'm good with that. I'm never anybody's starter. But when you tell me, hey, you're up and you're on deck, ready to go, then you get pulled, and then you get go back up. Like, nah, man. If I had feelings, it would hurt. But, but it was just more. By that time, Lindsay.
But I'll take the out.
Lindsay
If you
and I
guys
were
want to
actually
give it
talking
to
about
me,
the
it's
show.
fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell Lindsay, hey, let's do our show meeting,
right?
And then all of a sudden, in the middle of it, walk away.
Yeah, sure.
Does this take you back to the old Los Cienega days of this station
you
when,
couldn't wait, huh?
when Mace would make you feel less than because he was a heavy?
No.
He
never
walked in like he was a heavy.
He never made anybody feel less than.
Well, you were
we just
heavier
didn't want
back
to. We
I
just
was
didn't want to be
heavier.
in the hallway with him.
Right.
Because
people
why?
didn't want to work the show with you.
Why?
Were you not able to look him directly in the eye? He was like,
You were there.
Yeah.
That's when he got you fired.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't remember Mason being a bad guy.
No, not a bad
on
guy.
La Cienega.
No,
I
no.
remember it back in the old days.
no.
Like in
He was a bad
Burbank.
guy back then?
Oh, Burbank.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
How
you were
so?
a bad guy then.
How would you describe bad
he
guy?
was just wound tighter.
I wanted my thing. I wanted everything to be my way.
Oh.
Which is
Yeah, that was
actually
La
hasn't
Cienega,
changed
too.
that much. But
Yeah,
no,
honestly, I think
and
that-
I was a
what's
jerk. I was
changed?
literally a jerk to people. I
Oh.
was a jerk. I gave people the silent. All
Yes.
kinds of stuff.
He
But
never
this
took.
is
He never took the sunglasses
this
off.
is going back to the '90s.
But again, in
So
La
we're
Cienega,
talking about 30 years ago. Yes, correct.
When
I was
you
an
were
a-hole.
you were a young 30-year-old guy
with a lot of swagger
versus now.
Yep.
He's a much
amazing
more
now.
chilled out.
He's amazing.
60-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still didn't want things your way. Let's be honest.
He should.
I do. Yeah.
It's his show.
It is our show.
He's more flexible.
Yeah,
No,
I'm way more
Mason's
flexible.
great.
Well, that's because he does yoga.
But
But
we were talking on the YouTube chat about La Cienega, and everybody who
I gotta go.
worked
Is
there.
that in archives? Can I
Yeah.
go back
Yeah.
and watch
But
that?
we all said everything we're saying right now. We've told Mason this. He's talked about this.
I said you were great, by the
Yeah,
way. Just for
it
the
was. He
record.
wasn't a
Go
bad
back
guy.
and watch it to make
It
sure.
was just more of when you
Beto
saw
really buried you.
on La Cienega.
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what I said. When you saw Mason in the hallways, we're like, damn it. Let me go the other way. Let me go to the KLOS side.
I worked for KBC at the time, so I had no experience with you then. So I'm
Hey,
clean.
Laura,
I'm
cut-
You
clean
would
on
walk
this
in
one.
with your
Laura,
sunglasses.
Cut some of this up for tomorrow. I want
Okay.
to play it.
I'm clean on
I'll
this
be
one.
here. I'll talk with
good.
you.
Yeah.
No, you know this.
Wait a
I'll
minute,
take
you're
the
going to be
L.
here tomorrow?
Yeah, I am now.
Do the game.
Nah.
He says he's
No,
going to do it.
Michael's
he's
doing
gonna
it.
do it.
Michael's doing the
Oh,
game.
my- oh,
I'm
yes,
sorry.
Potpourri of
Michael
Michael's.
takes
Yeah,
precedence there.
Potpourri
Yes,
of
it's-
lies.
Is Pepe going to be here tomorrow?
Yes.
What are we doing with parking?
You're picking him up.
Oh, that's right. No parking. Because there's no game. So where's Pepe going to park?
He might be carpooling with Michael.
That's amazing.
No chance.
That should be a show.
Oh my
If
God!
those two guys are
there should be
carpooling.
literally video in
They
that
should be
car
doing
if they come
Instagram
in here
Live.
together.
But we love you, Mason.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you, Beto. So, Cappy, what have you been doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
hi.
Cappy, what are you doing?
Good to
Hi,
see you guys.
It's been all about.
All right, guys, have a good show.
All right, I want to hear. Let me first of all tell me about Hawaii. I need a little show and tell.
So we got spectacular weather. Spent more than I would have expected, but that's okay.
Did your sale of Bitcoin cover the entire
it did.
trip?
The sale of Bitcoin did cover
So
the trip.
there's no extra cash on
No
the other
extra
side.
cash,
No,
exactly.
You use every penny, or do you have
Use
to dip in?
every
Do
penny.
you have to sell any more
Had
Bitcoin?
to chip in.
Oh, you had to chip
yeah,
in
had
above
to
and
chip
beyond.
in a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
But a beautiful resort called the Manalani.
Manalani.
Oh,
Is it
so nice.
The Manalani? Okay, I know that. I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's over. It's on the road you were talking
Kona.
about. Kona.
The
yeah.
Kona
You were on the Big Island, right?
On the Big Island.
Okay,
Yeah.
Manalani Resort.
Just beautiful. Totally. I am not a guy who likes to drive to the volcano or go to look at the lava or something like go get in a helicopter. I'm not one of those guys. I'm the guy that orders room service, sleeps on a deck chair outside the pool, and just hangs out that way. I just totally
So you want to
veg.
stay at the resort. You don't want to
Correct.
go anywhere.
And I guess there's a volcano erupting right now on the Big Island, and I just don't care.
Really?
Did you know
Yeah.
there was a
I had no
volcano
idea.
erupting?
No, I did
Oh
not.
yeah, there's a huge
That I
eruption
did not
out there.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really? And is it on the Hilo side?
I have no clue.
You have no
It's
clue.
somewhere on that island.
Got
I
it.
don't know.
Somewhere-
We're over where the lava
it's
is.
a big island.
It
you
is
know?
a big island.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the Big Island,
that.
yeah.
So other than that, just had a blast. Now I don't go in the ocean.
Even in Hawaii?
Yeah, no. Tiger sharks.
Really?
Tiger sharks.
What about big turtles?
They had big turtles, but those are nice. You don't have to worry about big turtles.
Okay, but
they had
you're worried-
eels,
Uh-huh.
and they had tiger sharks.
And you're worried a tiger shark is going to bite you.
Tiger sharks are like pit bulls. They're not big, but they attack you in a swarm.
I don't know if that's true.
Oh yeah, they tear you apart.
No,
That's
no.
why I won't go in the ocean.
That's not true. Tiger sharks are very friendly sharks.
I have a total irrational fear of sharks.
But he said he got down a lot on the trip with the windows open.
You did?
Oh God, yes.
You got down.
Oh,
with the windows open.
Oh yeah.
So that everybody in the resort could hear it.
Hey, 2-a-days.
Get out
We
of
were
here.
doing 2-a-days.
DeAndre,
yeah.
what you know about 2-a-days?
You didn't do
know a lot about
2-a-days.
two-a-days.
You didn't do 2-a-days.
2-a-days. Yeah.
No way.
Absolutely.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Blue pill?
Don't need it.
He
Get
doesn't
out
Yet.
of here.
Yet.
You could do 2-a-days now. What
Yeah.
time in the morning? What time in the evening?
Let's see, about 10 a.m., about 5 p.m. 10
7
a.m.
hours?
5 p.m.
7 hours, John?
Yeah.
Is that enough
7
recovery
hours.
time for a 60-year-old young
plenty,
fella?
But 5 p.m. is just a weird time to be hooking
Is
up.
that
Oh, no, 'cause that's
pre-dinner?
when we come back from the beach and
yeah.
start to get ready for dinner.
Yeah, but
So
before
that's
you get
where
ready, you get randy.
That's where you
know?
get a little busy.
Shower first or no shower first coming back from the beach?
Shower.
Okay, just want
Yeah.
to make sure. I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
But I mean, as always, Bobcat in the sack.
What does that
As
mean?
always, I'm seriously don't
You are
underestimate
hot in the
me.
sack.
I am. I've never had any complaints. Okay,
Parker, Mandy's folder.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I you know what? Just for research,
Yeah.
I may take you up on it one day, just for research purposes.
But how do you feel
What,
about the
you're
5
changing
o'clock?
teams on
Take
us?
me
Not
up on
changing
what?
teams. I just want to maybe I'll mess around with Mace one day.
Oh my God.
That by definition is changing teams.
No.
Will you be 100%
Swing
into it
hitter.
or
No,
about
it's like 60%. Yeah.
60% into it?
Yeah, no,
Not interested in me at all.
No.
You don't look at me and think I'm hot.
I sure don't.
Come on, get out of here.
Not in the slightest.
That's not true.
Oh yeah.
I think you're a very handsome man.
Thank
Todd.
you. I think
You're
you're
a
hot
very
too.
good-looking
but
guy.
I'm not on your team.
Not
Yeah.
attracted
But
to
wait a
me.
minute.
You're
What
a
if
very
he-
good-looking guy, but not for me.
What if
for
he
you,
just
huh?
wanted to play a little bit? Like, just put the ball on the field.
No.
Just wants the ball in play. Doesn't have to go for a home run. Just maybe a single.
4:59 p.m. in the afternoon.
4:59.
You're
yeah.
feeling it a
right
little
at
bit.
5
Yeah.
o'clock.
You know,
yeah.
you're feeling
Are
it.
you blue pill?
I'm not a blue pill.
No?
But I'm
Ireland,
also
are you
I'm
a
not,
blue
I'm
pill?
not 10
Not
a.m.
yet,
and
but
5
I'm sure
p.m.
it's coming.
This guy's on every other pill that
Yeah.
he takes to sleep.
He has no
I
room
probably
for other
have
pills.
a blue pill. I don't
Yeah.
know what it does.
Right. Yeah.
But you know,
I can't take the blue pill because of the heart.
Oh, really?
No, that's right. It'll pump too hard.
Talk about banned. Chris, everything in Crystal's life is banned.
Yeah.
Can't
Yes.
drink,
Even the
can't
schwanz.
smoke, can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you said 5 o'clock today, come over and put the ball on the field, I couldn't.
Your
You're
ball
restricted.
is getting nowhere near
You're
my
banned.
field.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere
near the field. Huh?
Not even in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but I'm so much skinnier now. I could fit in.
That good for you. I'm happy for you. You're a fine-looking guy.
But
just
you say
not.
you're a bobcat in the sack.
I
is
am
how
a
you
bobcat
phrase
in the sack.
Get
yeah.
out of here.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
What if
know
I just
that.
want to see the Bobcat in action? I'll watch.
Yeah, no. This is
Even
not,
that's not happening.
This is not that Jimmy Swaggart documentary. So,
No, was it Jimmy Swaggart or was it?
we better get this right.
No, it was.
Was it Falwell?
Yes.
Okay.
Junior.
Yeah. By the way, Jimmy Swaggart, great
guy. Great guy.
Falwell, trouble.
Falwell Jr.
Falwell Jr. with the pool boy.
Right.
Yes.
No, it was
and
actually
he stayed in the corner
Falwell Jr.'s wife with
the pool boy. boy. Yeah.
When you got back when did you get back? From Hawaii.
Saturday.
Saturday. And you have Sunday to recover.
Yeah, correct.
And on Sunday, are you still feeling like 2-a-days?
No. Back in L.A., it's
That's
just
just give me once a week.
Yeah, once a week is good.
No,
Yeah.
more than once a week.
Nah,
probably.
3 times a week.
Three times
Yeah,
a week.
3 times a week. Sure. You got to block out the time. You know what you do? You say, okay, Thursday at 6 o'clock, Friday at 4 o'clock. I mean, you just lay it out.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you make appointments with Rachel?
You know, it's funny this morning because we got into bed last night and we pretty much passed out pretty quickly.
Okay.
And this morning we were up really early. I went down to the kitchen. I made us both a cup of coffee.
Nice.
We're in bed and we're doing some.
Were you wearing that robe where you hang out of it?
Yeah. I was wearing the robe, yeah. And then doing some doom scrolling, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And when I left, she was like, "Hey, I'll see you Wednesday night. Like, come back. Let's get down and dirty." And I'm like, "Well, if you want, let's do it right now." But I was already dressed,
You were
but I
already
was
dressed,
ready
yeah,
to go.
but you went.
Yeah, but I left.
Yeah.
We don't have it scheduled.
I
Do
did
you,
s-
John?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I'll
have
take it wherever I can get it.
Yeah.
By the way, I was doing some doom scrolling